It is. So, let's jump into it. Vivian sent a message. Seems they made more progress on this. To explain, if you know what it is, enjoy. For those who don't know, there's these fields that pop up that house evil creatures in and out and navigate inside of them. A sacrifice, it doesn't need to be inside the hollow. It can just be outside the hollow and be evil, while regular creatures from the hollow can't stay in there. And what we do is kind of illegal, but we still have a bunch of people supporting us and hiring us, including some people from the government. And that's the best I can explain it, I guess. After Hugo passed, she's been busy managing Mockingbird. We haven't talked to her in quite a while. Wise, do you want to arrange time to see Vivian? Let's go meet up with Vivian. Yes, start the story quest. Alright then. I'll arrange a time with Vivian. You just have to invest it and await my news. Let's go rest on the sofa. Let's rest on the sofa. You originally planned to watch some videotapes and rest on the sofa, but you ended up falling asleep instead until you heard something nearby.
Vivian? Vivian?
That is Vivian. They are obsessed with us. Your tears with the past.
When I got here, the other Lord Phaethon said you were resting on the couch and just let me in.
It's on auto.
I meant to keep you company while you slept, but then I dozed off myself. I was going to sit here looking super cute, hands cupping my face. You know, like the #1 sleepy face I want to wake up to pose. I can't believe I ended up falling asleep myself.
#1 sleepy face?
Vivian, are you sure you're awake? That sounded like sleep talk. I'm sure sleeping in that position couldn't have been comfortable either.
No, Lord Phaethon. I was just worried that I had disturbed your rest. Just being able to see you sleeping peacefully is already the highlight of my day. No, my entire month. Though it is a bit late, but... Good morning, Lord Phaethon.
Why so formal?
Good morning? Why so formal all of a sudden? Sounds like you're about to make an announcement.
Mockingbird's death has stirred up quite the storm. I took some time to gather intel. It seems someone deliberately leaked the story that Hugo is an illegitimate child of the Ravenlock family, but I haven't found the source yet.
Could be Hartman also, so if you heard my cat in the background, they want some attention.
Could it be Hugo's uncle, Hartman? Maybe he's trying to turn people against Hugo and Mockingbird by playing the illegitimate child card.
I suspected that too. He could be using Hugo's background to make people believe Mockingbird is just another Top's pawn. To the upper class, Mockingbird may be insignificant, but it has a loyal following among regular folks. But after some digging, I was surprised to find that the public isn't turning on Hugo. They're actually starting to see him in a better light. Some people feel bad for him. Some relate to his struggles. And Hartman's the one getting all the heat. Public outcry against Hartman is growing, with many believing he murdered Hugo for his own selfish gain. Tops is hosting an industry summit this week, a responsibility usually handled by the Ravenlocks. But my sources tell me another family has taken over this year at the last minute. If I'm not mistaken, Tops is intentionally keeping its distance from the Ravenlock family due to the current public sentiment.
Hartman won't just give up like that, or could it be that Hartman's trying to give it to someone, or give it to
Someone
Hartman?
trying to take advantage of this to get rid of both Hartman and the Ravenlocks?
I think Hartman knows this too, which is why he's completely vanished. No matter how hard I search, I can't find a single trace of him. Hartman must have taken the sacrifice core. Now that he holds this bargaining chip, he is definitely going to negotiate his way out of this with the Exaltists.
Sorry for interrupting. Can I borrow Wise for a minute?
Oh, no problem at all. I'm sure you have important faith in matters to discuss. Take your time. I'll just be waiting outside.
Wait! Don't go outside,
Oh, don't mind me, Lord Phaethon. I wanted to browse the videotapes anyway. I'll be right here. Just let me know when you're done.
and scared off at least 5 customers. He's stressing over what he did to Hugo in front of Vivian, but he really needs to talk to us. Maybe you should go speak with him first?
I'll go talk to
Sure,
him.
I'll go talk to him. At the end of the day, we're all after the same enemy. As proxies, we should become the bridge between them.
Lycan, why did you scare off my customers?
Good morning, Master Proxy.
Good morning.
Good morning. Belle just let me know you wanted to talk to us and Vivian about something?
Yes, it's an urgent request from the mayor, one that directly affects New Eridu's safety. However, before we get into the details, as a former member of Mockingbird, I'm concerned about Miss Vivian. Hugo made many mistakes and betrayed the principles of Mockingbird, but I'm certain he didn't intend to put Miss Vivian or you in danger. I don't know Miss Vivian very well, and I was the one who took her companion's life. I might not be the right person to comfort her, but I hope she doesn't regret the choices she made, or lose faith in the path she chose.
Vivian looks perfectly normal. Vivian isn't she isn't upset.
Vivian
It's not normal.
doesn't seem down at all. In fact, she's been actively gathering intel. I think she's handling this with even greater calm than I am. If you're feeling bad about what happened with Hugo, it might be a good idea to talk to Vivian directly. From what I've seen, she's not as fragile as you might think.
That's reassuring to hear. I trust your judgment. You've always had a sharp eye for people. Would you mind coming in with me? I'd like to apologize to Miss Vivian in person.
Okay.
Sure, but just to be clear, I'm staying neutral and not picking sides. You both have your own stance on this. As a proxy, I'll do my best to help facilitate honest communication.
I respect that. Thank you.
You return to the video store with Lycan. Vivian doesn't seem to have much reaction at Lycan's arrival.
Miss Vivian, I'm very sorry about Hugo.
You don't have to explain anything. I'm also part of Mockingbird. Mockingbird stands on more than just gain, so it won't fall when fortunes shift. Hugo had his fixations and ambitions. I also have things I must see through. I'm determined to get to the bottom of the Exaltists and the sacrifices.
Miss Vivian, as a former member of Mockingbird, you have my deepest respect. You have my word, whatever comes next. I would never harm you or Master Proxy. As for Hugo, please accept my condolences.
Condolences? That's not necessary. Mockingbird has plenty of tricks up its sleeves. This isn't the kind of act that ends so easily. Wouldn't you agree?
You're right.
Huh?
I'm glad you guys are on the same page, but why do I feel like I'm being left in the dark?
Master Proxy, I believe we all share the same goal. Uncover the truth of the Exaltists and the sacrifices. The mayor has tasked me with inviting you to take on this mission, and hopes we can work together moving forward.
If the mayor wants to work with us, I trust he will demonstrate his sincerity in kind. Mockingbird will not serve as a pawn for the powerful. That will never change.
Of course. While the mayor cannot handle this personally, he will make sure we have all the intel and support we need. Miss Vivian, I know you have your own intelligence network, but for some high-profile shady dealings, perhaps the mayor can provide you a different perspective. Please, take your time to discuss. If you're open to collaborating, I'll set up a call with the mayor so he can speak with you both directly.
We'll think
Well,
about it.
Vivian and I need to think this through carefully with everything at stake. It's not a decision we can make lightly.
Of course, I completely understand. When you've made up your minds, you can find me at the Ballet Twins.
Interesting story so far. So these two made up, and now we're just gonna go hunt down Exaltus, then Hartman. Okay. Why should we talk to the mayor? Oh, what? What? Should we talk to the mayor? Then sacrifice us still at the What? Our teacher. I mean, if we work with the mayor, we might be able to get more info on our teacher-wise. Yeah. As a member of Mockingbird, would you be against your values to work with the mayor? Mockingbird isn't just about against authority. Mockingbird dyslexism. I don't exactly trust the mayor, but I believe he's someone we can work with at the moment, at least. Now let's go see Lycon. He was across the. Oh, he was not across the. Right, he's at the Ballet Twins already. Hello, Lycon. Hello, Vivian. Seems you and Miss Vivian made your decision. Let's talk to the mayor. Of course, please rest assured when it comes to sacrifices, the mayor's interests align with yours. Or rather, we both want to protect the people of New Eridu.
I'll connect the call to the mayor now.
My dear friends, I'm glad you're willing to keep working with me. I'm truly sorry about what happened to Mr. Hugo Vlad. I didn't anticipate things would turn out this way. As mayor, I can't fully condone Mockingbird's actions, but personally, I had a lot of respect for Mr. Hugo Vlad.
That is
I looked
interesting.
further into Bringer's map. The sacrifices were created by an exaltist named Landon, who was active in Janus Quarter. Mr. Landon passed away in an accident a few years ago. Before he died, he was researching sacrifices and was said to have created a batch of serum that could turn living people into sacrifices. The problem was, the serum wasn't stable, and after his death, the recipe was lost.
Is that what happened to
No one
Bringer?
knows what happened to the exaltist in Janus Quarter back then. But it's clear that after the leader died, there haven't been major exaltist activities in the area. Bringer's map marks the locations where the exaltists' most successful attempts at creating sacrifices were.
Already passed away.
The leader of the Exaltists in Janus Quarter died a few years back. They haven't been active since. Could it be that Hartman was just acting on his own?
Unfortunately, that's not the case. My sources confirmed that Hartman had been secretly in contact with someone, and they only meet inside the Hollow.
Someone from
Is it
Tops.
possible it's someone from Tops?
Tops is a huge alliance of corporations. They wouldn't bother getting their hands dirty. Instead, they just sit back and reap the rewards. Everything Hartman is doing is to secure his place in Tops and strengthen his power within the Ravenlock family. If my guess is correct, Hartman has gotten in touch with the remaining members of the Exaltists that used to follow Landon, helping them create new sacrifices.
But it's in it for Tops.
But what's in it for Tops? There's no way the Exaltists would just hand over their secrets about sacrifices to Hartman, right?
A sacrifice outbreak would throw the city into chaos. And that's when Tops steps in, taking control of the situation on their terms. The public will see the mayor as incompetent, while Tops comes off as the real protectors of the city. And when that happens, public trust will shift towards Tops. And Mr. Mayor, you might find yourself in an unfavorable situation.
Still sharp as ever, Miss Vivian.
So, what exactly do we stand to gain from partnering with you? Please don't tell me you're doing this out of some noble concern for your citizens. I'm not some hero of justice, and I don't believe in lofty ideals or empty promises.
We have a common enemy. While our ideologies may differ, we can work together on this. And as proof of good faith, I may not know exactly where Hartman is, but I can fan the flames over Mockingbird's death and escalate conflicts within the Ravenlock family.
So it was you behind the rumors. No wonder I couldn't trace the source of the public outcry.
I'm not the one who started the rumors. I just helped them spread faster after they leaked. And I pulled a few strings to make sure the story painted Mr. Hugo Vlad as a heroic figure who was unfairly persecuted. As I said before, I had a lot of respect for him, and I'd be happy to clear his name.
Interesting.
Now let me lay out my terms for collaboration. After looking into it, I found that the dormant sacrifice you discovered wasn't the only one. There are more places where sacrifices might be lying dormant. Too many eyes are on me right now, so I can't send my own men to deal with it. I'd like to ask you to retrieve the sacrifices from those locations. I'll make sure to dispose of them once you do, so no one will be able to use them again. On top of that, I've asked a friend to help monitor your physical condition, and maybe even uncover more of your potential. Her research overlaps with your teacher's work. You don't need to worry about her capabilities. She's a Void Hunter rank special investigator.
Our teacher's research also. I just had a thought. What if the mayor is like a leader of the Exaltus and is just trying to have us hand over the evil stuff? I doubt that's what's happening, but you can never be too cautious. Also, Void Hunter rank. I want to get more of them. They're strong.
Really? A Void Hunter rank special investigator is going to be assisting us? And she's involved in our teacher's research?
That's right. She's heading to Janus Quarter for some business. I wanted to set up a formal meeting, but she declined. She prefers to assess things on her own, and will reach out when the time is right. She'll let you know the details then. So it looks like you both are on board with this commission and ready to help recover the sacrifices?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This affects a lot of ordinary people in New Eridu. We'll do our best.
I know you won't let me down. Given our positions, we might not be friends, but we're definitely not enemies.
Associates.
I'll leave the rest to you then.
Acquaintances.
I've got to go. Goodbye.
I'm glad you two have decided to continue working with us. With your help, we are sure to successfully recover the sacrifice. I have other business to deal with, so please excuse me. If you require anything, please feel free to contact me anytime. Lycon leaves thereafter. Lord Phaethon, shall we head out now? Yeah, to the Hollow. Alright, let's go.
I would never turn.
Ready and waiting.
I'll
It's
do
the concept
double
of a
support.
wig.
Whoa.
We really harmonized.
Okay, my most powerful character. I was saved since the well, almost saved completely since the launch. Spent some on Chingy, lost 50-50, got Chingy and her weapon, and then just saved for my Abby. I got C6 my Abby, and then I got one extra one, and I got a weapon. Honestly, when she comes out, I might have to all 5 her weapon.
Lord Phaethon,
I'll
thank
do the
you for
character
trusting
trial.
Mockingbird and me. Don't touch me.
So yeah, the little tip there, give stacks, I do that.
Okay.
And now when I apply Ice Bloom, yeah, it's a little bloom, the defensive ones. Thank you, Bing Boo.
Oh my. Has someone already taken the dormant sacrifice from here? Or did
Maybe,
the
excuse me.
Exaltus decide to relocate it? No. If these dormant sacrifices aren't handled carefully, they could awaken and turn against anyone nearby. She wouldn't risk moving them unless it was absolutely necessary.
Who's she?
Did she realize the mayor was looking into this?
Just as Villain is talking to herself, you hear another voice of someone debating. You don't know who it is, so you pull aside to listen. Business.
Did Hartman just make up this intel to get a shot working with us at Tops? I've been walking around forever and haven't found a thing.
The Ravenlocks have always been a shady bunch. No surprise they've gone downhill over the years.
I heard they were pretty loaded back in the day. What kind of business did they run?
No clue. On the surface, their businesses seemed legit, but who knows what was happening behind the curtain.
Probably something with the sacrifices. I mean, how else would he know about the dormant ones left around here for years? And he was so sure that even if those original sacrifices didn't work out, he had a backup plan.
Backup plan? What could that be?
Well, that's beyond me. I just happened to overhear something while I was next to Mr. Edmund one day. What's Tops planning to do with all these sacrifices, huh? For research? Do you think we'll ever have a normal life in the Hollows?
Don't ask questions you shouldn't be asking.
Alright. There's nothing here anyway. Let's leave the Hollow and report back on what we found. And we'll make it just in time to clock out for the fieldwork shift.
Let's get out of here first.
After the two TOPS employees leave, Vivian appears visibly unsettled.
Hartman, that fool. He'll do anything to get into TOPS, even if it means playing with fire. She's an exaltist. Human lives have never mattered to her. The more people get dragged in, the greater the danger.
Who's she? Yeah, who is she you're talking about?
Vivian, you seem a bit frazzled. Who's this she you keep bringing up?
I apologize for losing my composure. Please don't mind me.
If you know something, tell me.
The she I'm referring to is with the exaltists. Someone I have a history with. That's why the moment I heard about the sacrifices, I felt compelled to uncover the truth. I never meant to hide anything from you. It's just that, for me, the exaltists bring back painful memories. And I'm not ready to face them yet. So, Lord Vathan, please give me a little more time. Once I've gathered my thoughts, I promise I'll tell you everything.
Okay.
Sure, I'll stop asking. What's more important than an unspoken past is the person standing in front of me now. As for everything else, we can talk about it whenever you're ready to share.
Lord Vathan, if we weren't in such a hurry, I'd spend 3 whole hours singing your praises. I'll make note of this and make sure to get it done before bedtime. First things first, let's track down those dormant sacrifices. The exaltists have probably realized someone's after them by now. I wish we knew what Hartman's backup plan is.
Probably to destroy the town. Well, that's just my theory.
I just can't shake the feeling that... Don't touch me. Something bad is about to happen.
Very astute.
Look around, help!
The defensive feathers for her, or whatever they're called. Stolen sacrifice is gone too. Who could it be, and how do they know the location of Dormant Sacrifice? Let's check the next location. I hope this doesn't become a nightmare for New Eridu.
Hugo
I feel
may
like it
have
is.
done terrible things, but he had his reasons. Mockingbird might be seen as the bad guys by a lot of people, but...
Ah, I was hearing it great.
Ironically, joining Mockingbird is what put me on the right path.
Were you an Exaltus before, Vivian?
For the first time, I'm needed for more than just my presence. Nothing here either. Are we too late?
Treasure down here. Oh, said someone was up ahead. Oh, is that the lady you keep talking about? Oh, she is. She does look like she's taking the things. Where'd the sound go?
I knew it was you, Vivian.
Camille, what are you doing here, sis? Are you destroying the dormant sacrifice?
Vivian, don't call me sis. I'm not your sister.
Are you trying to stop the Exaltists?
I never left the Exaltists.
You know what Landon did back then!
Lord Landon did it for the Creator. His methods may have been extreme, but they were necessary. Back then, you walked away. You should do the same now. We didn't meet today. Take your friends and leave.
What's wrong? Are you being forced into this? I can help you.
Help me? Like how you helped her? Vivian, you're crying. You see me, don't you?
No,
You haven't changed a bit, Vivian. No need to hide your tears. I know exactly what's ahead for me. You've made your choice, and I've made mine. One last piece of advice. stay out of this. She loathes you. I won't tell her we met today. Don't show yourself around us again.
Camille!
Camille gives Vivian one last glance and throws a smoke bomb to the ground. The noise attracts some ethereals, even though you have many questions dealing with the immediate threat feels like the right choice right now.
Lord Phaethon, watch out! I'll tell you what that was about later!
Okay, it's later, tell me. After fighting off the ethereals, you search for a long time, you don't find any dormant sacrifices after deliberating with Vivian, you decide to leave the hollow for now and figure out your next move just as the phone rings.
You've been gone forever. Did you run into any trouble?
We searched the coordinates the mayor provided. Most of them were already empty. No dormant sacrifices. Camille, the Exaltists have been actively destroying the dormant sacrifices.
Why would the Exaltists go after the sacrifices?
I saw it too.
I saw it too, but I can't figure out why the Exaltists would do this.
And one of them is someone I once knew. I thought she would leave the Exaltists after Landon's death, but she stayed.
Wait, what did I miss? Why do you know so much about the Exaltists, Vivian?
She was probably
When I was
with
a
them
child,
once.
I stayed with the
Yeah.
Exaltists for a while.
Oh, you're a
Back
kid.
then,
Probably like
Landon
10
was
to
one of the
12.
most respected figures among the Exaltists in this region. A lot happened. And after Landon died, I left. I can't turn a blind eye to the sacrifices. I know all too well how many lives have been lost bringing them into existence. Ever since I learned a sacrifice had appeared in Janus Quarter, I haven't been able to stop worrying. I won't let history repeat itself. That's why I asked Hugo to investigate, starting with the Sacrifice Corps.
Vivian.
Please stop. I'm not looking for comfort. I'm just recounting the story for you to understand the situation. We've got bigger things to focus on. But when I do need comforting, I'll come straight to you. I hope you'll make time for me, Lord Phaethon. Just so you know, I'm not the easiest to console.
Okay. Just the okay.
Absolutely. If you're feeling down, we'll be here for you.
Okay, back to the matter at hand. That conversation between those two TOPS employees back in the Hollow is still bothering me. They said Hartman had a backup plan, and that got me thinking about some news that was quietly swept under the rug. Lately, there have been mining accidents in Ravenlock-controlled areas. Many workers have died. The families were paid off with huge settlements, way more than usual. No protests, no controversy, and the issue was buried. But considering the Ravenlock's financial position, why would they be so generous with payouts?
Sounds sketchy, almost like they're trying to do all they can to blow up the city.
That sounds sketchy. Do you think those accidents were faked?
Precisely. I don't think those workers died in mining accidents. I'm planning to reach out to some old friends, see if they've heard anything about this. Do you have time, Lord Phaethon? My contacts are just near 6th Street. Care to join me?
Who are your contacts on 6th Street? I know of one on 6th Street. Yeah, let's go together.
Sure. Let's go together.
Swear to God, I see Alfie or the coffee guy saying, "Oh yeah, hi Vivian. Yeah, we can help. I'm not going to them anymore." Go to meet her old friend. This is not 6th Street. This is Lumio Square. Lord Phaethon, let's head out as soon as you're ready. Okay, I'm ready.
An old friend of mine said she has some new intel. She's like a mentor to me.
Oh, it's Rain.
I learned a lot about data scraping on Internet thanks to her.
Hello, Rain.
Rain! Long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Rain?
Rain? So you're the old friend Vivian was talking about.
Yeah, Phaethon. Long time no see.
Rain, you actually know that Lord Phaethon is Lord Phaethon? No, I mean, you actually know Wise is Lord Phaethon.
I didn't know right away. One time, I needed a favor from Nicole. I only found out after meeting them. I mean, who would expect a legendary proxy to be running a video store for a living? Oh, by the way, your idol...
Rain, let's not bring up old stuff. Lord Phaethon wouldn't be interested in that.
Oh no, I'm interested.
Why are
What
you
did you
all
do?
tense? Right. Lord Phaethon lives on 6th Street too, and might know your idol. Remember when you traced that post on Internaut to 6th Street and actually went to check it out? And you came back all bummed, spouting nonsense. Like there was only a black cat at the location, and maybe your idol is actually a talking cat.
Morgana?
Or something like that.
I think I know that black cat.
I think I know that black cat. It hangs around our shop now.
Lord Phaethon, please, let's drop this topic.
No.
Come on, Vivian. It's been years, and you still won't say who your idol is. If you'd just let me, I'd have tracked them down ages ago. I get it. You want to find the person who's important to you on your own. But you've tried so hard already. It's okay to lean on me a little, you know. I'm sure your idol won't hold it against you.
I shouldn't have come to see you.
Huh? What's wrong?
I don't want to help her. I thought she was obsessed with the Lord Faith, and now there's another person. I want to know who it is. I want to see if I can the cool, but the summonable. Like,
Rain, Vivian said you might have some intel for us.
oh, they just tell me how they can't find me.
All right, let's get down to business. Here's something I'm pretty sure about. The Ravenlock family's claim that those missing workers died in an accident? Don't buy it. The last signal from those workers was near the Hollow. Then communication went dark. I think they were taken into the Hollow. And yesterday, I picked up that the Ravenlock family secretly hired some people to search the Hollow's perimeter. I caught a weird distress signal from someone and managed to track down the source. When I tried to reach out, the signal cut out completely. The last trace of the signal was near Lumina Square. Finding someone in real life isn't really my thing, so that's where you come in.
Got any more leads or?
Okay, we'll take a look around. You just said this is something you're sure of. Do you have anything you're not so sure of?
I dug up some info online, and one thing stood out. A few days ago, there were some creepy sounds coming from an abandoned warehouse by the port. The place was locked up, so no one could see what was happening inside. Not sure if it's related to your search. If you don't find anything useful around here, it might be worth checking out. Well, that's all I have for you.
Thank you, Rain.
Don't get all emotional on me now. I'm just helping out a friend. This one's on the house. Consider it payback for the favor you did me last time. But if you still want to find your idol, hit me up.
Who is your
I'm
idol?
Curious for what?
I am too vain.
Don't worry about it. I'll manage it myself. Stop being so nosy, Rain.
Nosy? Nah, just professionally curious. What kind of person is worth all this searching, huh? But honestly, whoever they are in real life, they've become a part of you. You've come a long way in this search, Vivian. I much prefer the person you are now. So if you find this person, don't chicken out. Go meet them. People will appreciate you for who you are.
Rain.
I might not care about the real world or what it'll be like, but I hope everyone I know can live a good life.
That is
I'm counting
nice.
on you to save the world, guys. All right, I have other business to take care of, so I'll leave the rest to you.
Rain waves goodbye and leaves Vivian mentions she knows someone who's really skilled at finding people in real life, so you follow her and continue on your way.
Lord Phaethon, please pay no mind to what Rain said.
Mm-hmm. Someone at 6th Street. It is LP.
That big guy's up ahead. Let's hurry.
Hello, little Bang Boo. Is that actually the Bang Boo? But you're talking to the poor Bang Boo. Okay. Long time no see. You seem to be doing very well, little one. Anna, yep, I made an awesome friend since the last time we met. My friends got ill before, and it was the manager who helped to heal them. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I didn't realize you two knew each other. The next time I head to the manager's place, so will I get to see you too? You know each other? That's right. If this little guy's a lucky boo, my old boss at my previous workplace bought it at a discount store clearance sale. Yeah, I can see that, and then, what, he just kind of abandoned it? But he was a terrible boss. Not only did he shrink on the paying wages, he didn't take care of this Bang Boo either. Yeah, that guy was really terrible. Then his little guy had a malfunction and the boss threw him out because he didn't want to spend the money on repairs. Really, it could have been fixed with a simple battery change. That's crazy. Vivian's one of the best. Vivian changed my battery, the bestest ever. All I did was change a battery for you. It was you, her, and the money to buy it. Yeah, I'm amazing too. I earned 100 dennies just enough to buy a battery. If the batteries in this game cost 100 dennies, all my characters would be built for max artifacts, but nope. So that's where the 100 denny Bang Boo battery came from. Jesus. 100 denny Bang Boo battery. 100 denny Bang Boo battery. That is a tongue twister. Honestly, you got plenty of energy, but I told you before, you need to be more tactful. Haven't you learned anything? I learned pet one Denny Boo give Denny. Wow, so you found a way to make a living, huh? Amazing. I didn't expose one Denny Boo, so that's how it learned that. Did you need me for something? I'm super happy to help. I know you love exploring all kinds of places, so tell me, have you come across anyone strange these past 2 days? Strange. You mean someone who looks hurt, scared, kinda trying to hide where there aren't many people around? Let me think. I got it. I saw someone like that in the desert today. Someone super similar. I'm sorry, you go to the desert? Could you mean the outer ring? That's what I'm saying. This thing goes to the outer ring? I don't think one can make it that far. Desert probably refers to a sandpit up ahead. Oh. Lord Phaethon, let's go take a look. Did I help? You were super helpful. Yeah, so if I want to keep helping, can I give you dennies? You should go and do whatever's important stuff you need to. Let's play together soon. Yeah, I want to give you dennies. And it's gone.
One Denny Boo is just too cute, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know you helped it too. I knew Lord Phaethon was the best in the whole world.
It's some desert. That looks like the pit from kindergarten. The game where Nugget would dig. Wish I could tell how deep the thing is. Oh, hello, weak man. Seems the person the person Raiden one day we were talking about. Lord Phaethon, please stand back. I cannot be certain if I end up doing something extreme considering his current mental state. I'm afraid that he might hurt you. I'll try talking to him and see what's going on. Vivian walks forward and taps the cowering man on the shoulder.
Don't take me back, please. I was wrong. I know I messed up. I don't want your money anymore.
Oh, loan sharks.
Please, no.
Calm down.
Who are you? I won't say anything. Just let me go. I don't know anything. I swear, I know nothing.
We are not PubSec, the HIA, or the Ravenlock family. We won't force you into anything. There's no need to be afraid.
What do you want from me then?
We simply want to know where the Ravenlock family took you and what they made you do.
I can't say. I can't tell you. I have a family. They'll hurt them. You never saw me. Please, just stop asking.
Don't you wish to see your family?
I
don't deserve to see them. It's my fault. I was greedy. I did this to myself.
But your family must miss you dearly. I'm sure they won't blame you.
No, it's my fault. It's all on me. I don't want to drag them into this.
If the whole ship is sinking, no one on board can escape.
I'm just a nobody. And right now, there's nothing I can do to change anything.
If you care about your family and friends, now is your chance to stop the disaster before it's too late. Even a butterfly flapping its wings can send a tsunami surging across the ocean. No one knows how this will turn out. But if you do nothing now, the only thing waiting for you at the end will be regret. We're not here to turn you in, and we won't force you to confront them. You'll be safe with us. I'll help you return to your family. But you must tell us precisely what happened.
Hartman offered a huge amount of money, looking for workers to go into the hollow to guard something. The money was way too good. We all kind of figured something wasn't right. I thought it was just smuggling or guarding some kind of illegal ether resources, so I signed up. After we sent in our applications, Hartman's men took us into the hollow. The first place we went, there was a strange box. When we got there, they handed us some pills, saying they'd improve our aptitude for ether, for us to last longer in the hollow. But after I took them, everything went fuzzy. Something was definitely off about those pills. When I woke up, I saw my coworkers dead in front of me. And there was blood all over my hands. They said something about me being a good experiment, moved me somewhere else, and locked me up. They wanted to inject me with something. I got scared and didn't know what was gonna happen. But then a blonde guy found me, gave me a carrot, and let me go. So I escaped. I didn't want to kill anyone. I don't know.
It wasn't your fault that your coworkers died. You were just a tool in their hands. Do you remember the place they first took you? Do you know what was in that box?
I only remember the first place was like a rooftop. I think it was on top of a tall building. What exactly was in that box? I can't remember. I'm not lying. Those pills they gave us, they make you hallucinate. I took just one and my mind felt like it wasn't my own. My memories turned into a blur. I'm telling the truth. I'm not trying to run from my mistakes. I just really can't remember what happened.
I know you're not lying. We'll arrange for your protection. You can rest easy and recover, and your family won't be dragged into this. Once this is all over, you will be able to reunite with them.
You and Vivian contact Lycon. The mayor representing Victoria Housekeeping agrees to protect the worker and keep his identity confidential. Soon Runa I still had on auto. You're remarkably calm.
Sometimes I wonder if you've had some kind of special training, Vivian. No matter who you're up against, you seem to analyze the pros and cons and make a judgment in no time.
Actually, I wasn't always like this. I used to run away when things got tough. There was even a point where I just wanted to disappear. As if my very existence was the source of suffering. I wondered. Perhaps leaving it all behind could put an end to the pain.
That's kind of hard to imagine.
It's hard to picture that. My first impression of you was pretty, assertive.
Well, I was on a mission at the auction when we first met. And just as Rain said, I've come a long way from who I used to be.
Speaking of Rain.
Speaking of Rain, it's quite a coincidence that you two know each other and are actually close. You even know one Denny Boo. That surprised me. We might have crossed paths without even realizing it.
Enough about me. Tell me more about you, Lord Phaethon. Where have you been? And what have you experienced?
Let's start with the Red Fang gang. Oh, we're going all the way back in Quest 1.
Looking back, it feels like I've been through a lot lately. Belle and I even lost our faith in account. It's a long story, starting with how the Cunning Hares took something from the Red Fang gang.
As we walk by the Revolution Square, Vivian starts sharing stories as though she wasn't part of them. She's been to the places where they took place. She's been to the Cacao of the Camelo Golden Week. She has her favorite sandwich at the Cheese Toby, and she's even received a star sticker from Officer Mew Mew for rescuing Bang Boo. You are amazed at the After a long chat, it's time for a meal. I'm going to turn off auto mode during those.
It should be around this area. Belle told me there's a highly rated store here.
Lord Phaethon!
What's wrong?
I've seen that black cat on 6th Street. That harmonica in the outer ring you mentioned. I've heard it before, too. I've even been to the monument outside Hollow Zero. But none of that was a coincidence. It was me. Following you, and now I've finally made it to your side. Fortune. I had traveled to many places and witnessed far too much misfortune. Every tear I shed brought disaster. I've heard too many curses to count. I loathed my tears as much as I despised my own existence. Wherever I stayed, tragedy followed.
That is a beautiful town.
I had roamed too many places, and each time, it ended the same way. I didn't know where I could go anymore. One night, I stumbled upon a post discussing me. Whether they knew me or not, everyone seemed convinced that I was the source of the curse. Some mocked me with cruel intent. Some wished I would vanish, and others speculated maliciously. It really seemed that my very existence was a disaster. In that moment, as darkness enveloped the city, I saw lights flickering to life all around New Eridu. So many lights, and not knowing where to go, I thought, if only I could disappear into those lights. I made up my mind, and right then, my phone rang.
So you're about to commit suicide?
I decided to take one last look. I wanted to know who left me my final message from this world. It was you, Lord Phaethon.
Me? I wasn't working suicide hotline.
Huh? Me?
Yes. And I checked with the other Lord Phaethon. You were the one using the account at that time. But I know you probably don't remember it. After all, it was just an ordinary day, with an ordinary post and meaningless comments online. But for me, it was the night I finally realized where I could go. I wanted to walk the paths you had walked, see the sights you had seen. And then, one day, share it all with you, face to face.
Oh, good news, you did that all. So I said into the comments that yeah, like,
So, I have to ask, what exactly
it's
did
cool.
I say in
We
that
something she's
reply?
like, it doesn't matter what others think, be you.
You'll have to figure it out for yourself. I'm not telling you.
That is just rude.
You're putting my memory to the test.
So, Lord Phaethon, thank you. Not only for that comment you made that day, which was a silver lining for me, but also for giving me the courage to become who I am today. The Vivian standing right in front of you now. Lord Phaethon, I truly like who I've become.
That's good. The wind screams across the surface of the water, lifting Vivian's hand, brushing it against her cheek. The light reflected in her eyes, dance and pluck out as the edge. Share stories in the path, both are good and bad, the happy and the sad. I accidentally skipped
Why
over
not
it.
send a message?
That's
There's no
nice.
date. Let's head back to the video store and go over the details together.
Yeah, let's head back to the video store. Can't believe I just skipped over that. Carl, can I... Thank you. To the HDD! We should be about halfway through the quest, right?
Wise, you're back.
Yep.
Looks like Lycon's tied up with something. He said I should just chill until you're back, and then we can talk online. I'll call him now.
Master Proxy, Miss Vivian. The gentleman Rena brought back has stabilized and calmed down now.
I was going to try to up the character volume.
Identified where Hartman is hiding the core. He also mentioned that Hartman plans to trade the core with a group of people. We suspect that this group consists of members from the Exaltists.
I knew it. Now that we have the location, it would be splendid if we could seize the sacrifice core before they do.
Precisely. We hope you can head to the location as soon as possible to secure the sacrifice core.
Leave it to us.
Alright, we'll get there right away.
I have other matters to attend to, so I'll leave the retrieval of the sacrifice core in your capable hands. The mayor's friend that he mentioned before will also be assisting you this time. The target coordinates have been shared with her, and she'll meet you there. Please ensure your safety, and I wish you all the best.
Lord Payton, we'll head out as soon as you're ready. We must obtain the sacrifice core before Hartman does. Let's get going then. I still only get one character slot, okay. So I would put Maybe here. Vivian's happy, Maybe's not. When another character in the squad is an anomaly character, it shares the same attribute whenever another character blah 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 applies attribute anomaly to consume one guard for the to launch a basic attack feather bloom on the target, triggering once every 0.5 seconds. Corruption damage dealt by all squad members, and the corruption stats disorder damage increased by 12%. Those squads support, so yeah, once we can use 3 characters, Astro would be real good on this team. Okay. Either way, I'm keeping my Abby. She is my hard carry. I definitely have other characters I could use, but I like using my Abby. Makes game not even easy mode. Makes it Kirby Infinite Life mode. I know some Kirby games are hard.
Where's the sacrifice core?
Camille, you really think I'd stroll around with something this important? Plus, even though the Ravenlocks and the Exaltists have been working together for ages, I've hardly even met Lady Dina. I'm the one offering the sacrifice core here. I'm curious what Lady Dina's got lined up for me in return?
I'm just here to verify that the core you mentioned is real. Once that's sorted, Lady Dina will give you a proper response. Our partnership isn't just talk. We need to be sure you have what we need before moving forward.
Sure thing. I'll take you to where I keep the core. Once you verify it's legit, have Lady Dina come over. We'll lay everything on the table face to face.
All right, lead the way.
It seems Hartman is trying to bargain for more. What a greedy and insatiable man. It's just that... why would they only send Camille for something as important as the sacrifice core? And I can't shake the feeling that Camille doesn't want Hartman and Dina to meet. Why is that?
Who's Dina? And maybe because she knows that Hartman's a bad person?
So this Dina they were talking about, is she the leader of the Exaltists?
Kind of. Lord Vathan, I really think we should hurry. We must get to where Hartman keeps the core before anyone else does.
I planned it out already. This might be a trap.
I've mapped out a shorter route, but there will be ethereals along the way. I'll leave the fighting to you, Vivian.
Don't worry, Lord Vathan. You're in capable hands. I'll ensure your safety.
I really wish we stayed inside the bank booth for these trips, because if you guys saw the last quest, we got taken hostage. It'd be just easier if we stay inside the bank booth.
Stay away from Lord Vathan! Right. Oh my. Looks like Hartman's trying to negotiate for more leverage.
Here, let me turn up the volume. Because I wish I could... There. That should be better. But I need to see all the proper volume things for the games. I want the game. I want a good mix. I want it to be 50-50 or 40-60 with my voice being the 40.
Leave the enemies to me, Lord Phaethon.
It's a sign. I thought it was a collectible of sorts.
Don't. Lord Phaethon, okay.
Those are God ones. Noted.
Got it.
Die. Working
Over
together.
there. Looks like they're arguing.
Oh, they're already fighting each other.
My turn. This is our chance. No matter who has the sacrifice core, Hartman or the Exaltists, it would be really Hand over what's in the box.
Oh, I'm fighting people?
Don't touch me or we do this the hard way.
Ah, they're the same anime. Alright, they're just reskin bandits. Cool.
You sure talk big, girl.
Maybe they're not. Crossbow guy. Definitely seen that movie before. You. Are you a new enemy type, or are you just reskinned? Let me see that weapon. You might be a new enemy type.
First hurry and secure the sacrifice core. Lord Phaethon, the box is empty. So Hartman never kept the core here to begin with?
How did you even find your way here? Where's the core in the box? What did you do with it?
Ah, so Camille took it.
You call this keeping the sacrifice core safe?
Does no one have it? Just as everyone stands, a voice comes from behind. Who are you? Why can't I look like Mars from Pokemon?
Vivian, it's been ages.
Ah, you're Deanna.
Dina!
Dina.
Oh my, you actually remember me. So sweet.
You look like Mars from Team
Look
Galactic.
at you, thriving. I thought you'd totally forgotten about our past. So, tell me, do you ever dream about the people you've killed? Are they crying in your head all night?
Back then,
No,
I had no idea.
that makes sense that you killed people.
You had no idea? While you were soaking up all that love from Daddy and everyone else, you had no idea what was going on?
I wasn't...
Lady Dina, Miss Vivian didn't actually...
Camille, when did I say you could meet up with Hartman today?
I just wanted to make sure the sacrifice core is legit.
Ah, that's why she
I was
wanted-
worried Hartman might try to pull a fast one on us.
Really? So loyal. I thought you'd be more like the old days. Just a few words from Vivian, and you'd be plotting my demise. Just like what you did with Father.
I won't, Lady Dina.
Don't even think about betraying me, Camille. You owe me for what went down back then. However, I do understand your worries. This core, it's fake.
Oh.
No way! I got this straight from Hugo. It can't be fake.
I got this straight
How
from
can you
Hugo.
just claim it's fake without any proof?
Ugh, seriously?
Dina pushes Hartman and coldly inserts the core into an open wound on one of his subordinates. This guy collapses down screaming. Dina wipes her hands and casts a look at disdain. A look of disdain, now at disdain.
The sacrifice core can max out the ether particles within human bodies in no time at all. But look at your little subordinate. How uncouth. He's making noises like some animal. Can you shut him up? So annoying.
You just put a
The
rock in him.
masterpiece Father made for the Creator isn't this worthless piece of junk you're holding.
So, the real core.
Vivian, where do you think the sacrifice core is really at?
I don't know. If I knew where the real core was, I'd destroy it without a second thought. Dina, you understand what the sacrifices are. And you know those who were blessed should not have to endure such horrors.
Oh, they shouldn't have suffered those horrors.
Weren't you the one who decided if they'd be blessed or not? If it weren't for your tears, how would they have encountered such misfortune? How self-righteous, Vivian. Their fates were in your hands. It was you who brought disaster on them. Landon just needed an excuse. He needed someone to blame. Whether I shed tears or not, he'd treat living beings as mere subjects for his sacrifice experiments. Dina, you know all of this. Landon even went so far as to sacrifice you. Shut up, shut up, shut up! Father did it for his great cause. Vivian, why do you always mess everything up for me? Everything! You did it before, and now again! You just had to ruin my plan. I was so close to fulfilling Father's last wish. If you don't give me the sacrifice core, be prepared to become food for the ethereals. I told you I don't have the sacrifice core. Otherwise, I would have destroyed it already. Lord Phaethon, find the right moment to retreat. She can be quite unpredictable when her temper flares. Oh, really? You don't have it? Then I suppose there isn't a reason to keep you alive.
Dina finishes with several explosions erupt following the tremors of the ground, signaling the rapid approach of numerous Seathers. In a panic, Harmon rushes to the car he summoned, taking Camille and Dina with him. Why would you come with you?
More ethereals are coming.
Man, getting stacked is kinda hard. Don't I get stacked whenever I trigger an anomaly?
Many. No chance to get out of this. I'm unstoppable. Right.
3, 1, 2, a boom!
Away from Lord Phaethon!
Seven, you're doing fine. Oh.
There's so many.
Yo, I need to stay inside the bamboo. Wise, what are you doing?
It's ink.
Otis and Dead by Daylight?
Shun Palace, good fortune, closed gate, safety.
What?
An evil miasma gathers here. Another place of conflict. If you wish to avoid disaster, then head southeast.
Thank you.
Now!
Thank you.
Are you the Void Hunter? Jesus. Tell them to talismans.
Finally, peace and quiet.
Oh, what a cute little bird.
You must be wise, right? Mayflower mentioned a special partner might need my help.
Yeah, so you are the Void Hunter. Hello.
May I ask?
You're gonna be added to the collection.
I'm the 13th generation master of Yunquei Summit. You can call me Yishuan. Mayflower passed along your info, and I was curious what kind of person you are, so I came to see. At first, I thought it might be a hassle, but your energy feels really calming. Quite nice, actually.
Thank you. I'm a video store owner.
So, you're the investigator the mayor mentioned.
Yes. He also asked me to be your temporary teacher and offer you a bit of guidance.
Guidance?
Guidance? What does that mean exactly?
Unfortunately, this isn't the right time or place to talk. I have some investigation work to catch up on, and it seems you've got quite a lot on your hands, so let's part ways for now. I'll find a good time to visit you soon.
Yungjin leaves us saying this while Vivian appears lost in thought, looking distracted. Oh, you said you can protect me?
Lord
Yep.
Phaethon. I'm just not feeling very well. I think I'll head back for now. I'll investigate the sacrifice core and reach out once I find something.
You did great. Leave this hollow first.
You don't look so great. Let's get out of here and figure things out later.
Going back to best. I was gonna look away to see where we were, but then she says something else. Okay, we're at this place. Man, look at the water physics. Hello.
Lord Vathan, are you going to rest now?
Are you feeling down?
I can head back later, Vivian. You seem a bit off since we left the Hollow.
If you want to talk, I'm here to listen, and you don't have to feel sad about not being able to protect me in the Hollow.
If you want to talk about what's bothering you, I'm here. Sometimes it helps to get it out.
I didn't mean to keep my past from you, Lord Vathan. When I was little, people thought I brought misfortune, so no matter where I went, no one wanted me around for long. Then, one day, Landon adopted me and brought me to the Exaltists. There, I met Dina, who was so kind to me, treating me like a dear sister. She told me her father, Landon, was a great man, who'd one day make everyone stop fearing the Hollows, so all life could live freely inside and outside of them. Dina helped Landon pick people for the blessing, and everyone in the Exaltists respected her greatly. Those who received the blessing would have a better ether aptitude, allowing them to enter the Hollow freely without fear of sudden disaster. Back then, Dina would chat with me every day, always about the Exaltists and her father. But things between us shifted when Landon asked me to step in for Dina. Landon told me I didn't only bring misfortune, and that if I listened to him, I could actually help people. After that, he'd take me to meet people, and if I shed tears, he'd give them a blessing medicine. Those who got the blessing could dodge calamities. At first, I was ecstatic, thinking I could help others. I shared my joy with Dina, but that was when she started to pull away from me.
The blessing medicine, the sacrifice here, and also you're probably having visions on who was actually going to get killed or not, and who was just using you.
Was that blessing medicine the same sacrifice serum Bringer had?
Yes. To be precise, it was an early version of the sacrifice serum. Landon's medicine wasn't stable. The medicine Landon developed could boost abilities quickly, but also sped up the development of ether corruption. In the end, most people turned into ethereals, and a few became sacrifices, losing all human consciousness. The ethereals were killed while the sacrifices were given to the higher-ups of the Exaltists. The Exaltists wanted the sacrifices to hold human consciousness, so Landon's medicine was seen as a failure, and he gradually lost influence within the Exaltists. One day, I saw Dina, and tears streamed down my face. In a bid to save his reputation, Landon decided to let his own daughter receive the blessing. I had always thought that getting the blessing was a good thing, until I saw terror in Dina's eyes that day. That evening, I broke Landon's rules for the first time, and followed him out of the Exaltist's residence. I trailed him to the Hollow, where I witnessed someone who had been blessed becoming corrupted. In the end, that person became an ethereal. Then, without hesitation, Landon killed him. Before Landon returned, I went back to the residence and snuck into his study. And there, I uncovered the truths I just told you. And just a few days later, it was time for Dina to be blessed. I wanted to save her and stop anyone else from getting deceived. So, that day, I told everyone present that Landon should be the one to receive the blessing, not Dina. At first, Landon argued, and no one believed me. But, in front of them all, I looked at him and let my tears fall.
Vivian starts to recount what happened that day. Oh.
Lord Landon, please accept the blessing.
Ungrateful fools! You have no use anymore!
Okay, I was not expecting Landon to be I guess he was related to Dina. I was not expecting him to be a redhead in a white coat with a Glock.
Dina, wake up! We have to go! Listen to me. Lord Landon's so-called blessing isn't...
Damn, this is an Exaltus. Why do they got, like, that's a 7-year-old over there.
No, I was just...
And that's why she thinks her name, I don't, Emil betrayed her. No, she just saved her life.
Tina, I just didn't want you to accept the blessing. Everyone who does ends up...
He's my father. He's all I have.
Ah, so you didn't know it was gonna kill you. I see, her voice trembles as she stares into her past stories.
I thought once Landon was gone, Tina would leave the Exaltists.
Oh, I need to put back in auto, right?
I never expected her to continue his research, or that Camille would stay. Camille lost her entire family in a hollow disaster, so she's always supported the Exaltists. She's not a bad person. She's just someone searching for hope. She joined the Exaltists very early on, and even watched Dina grow up. That day, she was just so desperate to save Dina that she... All these years, she's been following Dina, taking care of everything out of guilt, I think. But I didn't just fail to save Dina. I trapped her. I see misfortune approaching, but I can never change its course or avoid the bad ending. Maybe I really am a bringer of misfortune.
Don't think that way, Vivian.
No, you're not the one causing trouble. Whatever went down with the Exaltist, it was Landon who was pulling the strings. As for Dina and Camille, they knew the truth and they made their choice. The Hollows and the disasters they caused took more than just their loved ones. Not all survivors cling to obsession and hatred like those two do.
Lord Phaethon.
And you believe in yourself.
You need to believe in yourself, Vivian. From what I can see, you're handling the sacrifice crisis pretty well on your own. Besides, you told me you really like who you've become. I hope that you can believe in that, at the very least.
Yes, that'll always be true. Thank you for listening to my story today. Years have gone by, but I've never had the courage to face all this. Maybe Dina and I were meant to meet today, so I could finally spill it all out. It lightens my heart a little. Lord Phaethon, you truly are a wonderful listener.
Just come to me whenever you need.
Not just today. Whenever you're feeling down, note that I'm here for you.
I will. It's been such a long day. You must be exhausted. I'll track down the location of the sacrifice core and let you know what I find. Good night, Lord Phaethon.
Now in the final act of the quest, after bidding farewell to Vivian, head back. Turn off auto mode. Head back to the video store to see the collectible she gifted you on the table. As it stirs a flood of memories you've been through so much lately, you hope the sacrifice crisis can be resolved smoothly, pondering the whereabouts of the real sacrifice core. Weariness sets in, and before you know it, you drift off into sleep. When you wake, it's almost noon. Wise. Hello, voice crack. Vivian was in the store just now, but you weren't here. Does she need something? It was about the sacrifice core. The first time the sacrifice cores appeared was at the auction, so she decided to try and find the sacrifice security footage from the other day. It's possible more happened afterwards, while simply unaware of it. If we can get the footage, we may gain new clues. Wise, if you have time to head to Lumina's gallery, meet up with Vivian. I'll go now. And massive storytelling, so yeah, this is either part 2 or this is the final act, and I'm hoping it's the final act. I want to make some food. Earlier, Vivian exchanged information with an acquaintance in the auction house lounge.
Shul, I didn't expect you to be working here. Perfect.
I was just covering someone's shift. The screening here is super strict, and I was afraid the supervisor would realize I was new and subbing for someone, so I hid in the control room during the supervisor's inspection. So I happened to bump into this guy, a blonde man wearing a hat, and I think he was checking some footage.
Yeah,
Then
Hugo
he
is
logged
alive.
that footage into the tape he brought. Later, I found that part of the footage had been wiped.
Blonde, wearing a hat. Could it be Hugo?
That's what I'm
Do you
saying.
know him?
I think it's him. If it were Hugo... I think I know where he would hide the tape. Thank you, Shaw. You were a big help.
Great! You also helped me a lot when I started working. I used to make mistakes all the time. If it weren't for you cleaning up my messes, I would have been fired ages ago. So I'm happy I could help you too. All right, go ahead and do what you need to do. We'll catch up another time.
I don't think I ever heard her voice before. After saying goodbye to Solge, Vivian leaves the lounge. Lord Phaethon, you're here. Someone I used to work part-time with just so happens to be covering a shift at the auction, so I learned that Hugo once took some footage away with him. I think Hugo was planning something, so he hid in the security footage. But once I know when Hugo came here, I should be able to guess where he put the videotape. We are Mockingbird after all. It shouldn't be surprising we have subtle ways of communicating information, should it? Once on a mission, we can use communicators, so Hugh trained a few birds and put trackers on so we could communicate, but after that mission ended, we let them roam free. I just checked the trackers and one of those birds flew near the auction venue on the day Hugo took the footage. It still flies around here from time to time. The tracker only gives a broad area, but I believe this might be a way Hugo left behind to find him. If I'm not mistaken, the videotape is hidden in whatever the bird is. I can't be sure which bird Hugo used this time, but all the birds are originally trained to had at least some black feathers. Lord Phaethon, let's split up and search the area. If you see a bird, you can send me a picture of it. I should be able to recognize it. That's who you can recognize birds. Okay, so it's over there, over there, over there. Is that a bamboo? Oh, surely it has to be the bamboo. Penguins count as birds, I guess. And besides, using bamboo for illusion seems perfectly reasonable. Whoever it is that guy, either way, let's take a photo and send it to Vivian. After sending a photo of penguin-shaped bamboo to Vivian, Vivian responds with long set of ellipses. Seems like we were wrong. Let's keep searching somewhere. It's probably over there, so let's go get another 41. You guys aren't the birds, right? Oh my god, I love your face. Like, look at me. You're gonna be good. You might be you my friend might be thumbnail material once I post this properly. A soft and sweet ball of fluff. It's hard to imagine this bird's Hugo chose for the mission, but it does have some black feathers, so maybe this is it. Either way, might as well take a photo and send it to Vivian. I've sent a picture of panda-covered chunk of a bird to Vivian. You get a negative answer. Let's keep looking elsewhere. To the alleyway with the birds. Vivian, you're right there. You could have looked at those two birds. Hello, Garfield. Ah, a crow or a raven, or just a blackbird. Aren't you just a cute little fella? Look at me. Oh yeah, save that. Black group of crows and dark alley. Seems a bit cliche, but this is a really good place to hide something. Let's take a photo of the crow and send it to Vivian. After seeing the photo, Vivian quickly responds to that one. She quickly comes over. That's the one! That's all thanks to Lord Phaethon we found them so quickly. If it is here, then Hugo must have hidden the videotape among those boxes. We look through the boxes and find the recording, but it's been damaged. After discussing with Vivian, you decide to head back to the video store together to repair it and check the contents before making your next move. I'm just gonna take a fast travel. I don't want to run to the car. Oh, that is you. It's okay. Fair response to the videotape as you watch the recording, the constantly round shocked, and it's comes between Hugo and Camille.
If I'm not mistaken, you and Vivian share the same goal. Silence is no good for negotiation.
I just don't want Dina to reach a point of no return.
Hasn't she already reached that point with what she's doing?
The formula for the Landon serum was lost, but a batch survived, and Dina was able to develop a substance that can be used for mind control. She's trying to combine the two to make sacrifices that would obey human commands. If the dormant sacrifice and the remaining Landon serum are destroyed, we can put an end to this. Dina's concoction construction can't create sacrifices on its own.
And the sacrifice core?
That belongs to the creator, not her. Although I find Landon's methods despicable, I can't deny that the Exaltists and the creator are leading us in the right direction. I just don't want Dina to spend her life trapped by her father's mistakes.
I mean, no offense, but I find your protectiveness rather weird. I will confirm the location of the dormant sacrifice and find the chance to relay the information to you. I do not want any of my people to be going into danger. As for the sacrifice core, I can only guarantee that it will not fall into her hands. As for how things will ultimately play out,
The creator will guide me.
Interesting. The videotape abruptly comes to an end.
Camille was actually destroying the dormant sacrifice?
So, is she actually betraying her teammates, or does she just not want the redhead, I forgot her name, to be in danger? But it's either A, she's a double agent, or B, she's just trying to protect someone she cares about. Why has Hugo never mentioned this before?
Compared to Camille's motives, I'm more concerned about whether Hugo has more plans lined up.
Hugo...
Why can't just send a message saying he's got something urgent that he needs to talk to us about now?
Call Lycon first.
Alright, let's patch him in.
Master Proxy, I apologize for disturbing you. We have just learned that the Ravenlock family will host a banquet tonight. This banquet is rather special, as they're allowing members of their family to invite business partners to attend. With Hartman at the center of controversy, there are many members of the family who are eager to use this opportunity to replace him. The mayor has been spreading rumors of a young tycoon who inherited a sizable fortune and is looking to partner with a person from an old and influential family. This information has lured a young man named Burton from the Ravenlock family.
So, you want me to pose as this tycoon and use Burton to infiltrate the banquet?
Correct. And Hartman's study is also located within the venue.
I see. Hartman's study might hold valuable information.
What about me? What do you want me? Can I be a Bang Boo?
It seems like there's nothing left for me to do.
You can attend as her +1.
+1? Lord Phaethon, please go with me!
Master Proxy, it seems Miss Vivian requires your presence, so...
Yes, just your presence will help me immensely!
Okay, let's go together then.
Sure. If we go together, we'll be able to keep an eye out for each other. I'll accompany Vivian.
I'll send you the time and place for the meeting with Burton. If you encounter any danger, please evacuate immediately or contact me for backup. I hope everything goes well for you tonight.
You get in contact with Burton. He said he will come to the 6th Street later to escort us to the banquet. Was there anything else? I'm a bit nervous. Listen, that was the second time earlier I almost died while not in a Bang Boo form, and I think I prefer to be a Bang Boo. Don't worry, Lord Phaethon, just leave the socializing to me. No, I'm not worried about that exactly. I won't let any evildoers get close to you. But since there's still some time before we have to go, should we watch an instructional videotape on formal diner etiquette together? I learned everything from videotapes when I first went undercover at a banquet for a mission. Though such a method isn't sufficient to master it, it's enough to deal with this one excursion. Yeah, sure, let's watch a movie. Yep, I'll go over the key details for you as we watch the videotape. You do some last minute studying on etiquette expected at a formal banquet for your mission that night. Before you know it's evening has arrived. We didn't sleep, we just watched movies and study all night. Lord Phaethon, Burton sent his location. Are you ready to join me for the banquet? I'm ready. Then I'll meet up with Burton first and make sure he's not tampered with the car, Lord Phaethon. Please wait 5 minutes before joining me. He'll be safer this way. Vivian heads out first. After 5 minutes, she sends a message saying it's all good. Let's go meet up. What is this Burton gonna look like? Is he gonna look like a generic NPC? Or is he gonna look different than a generic NPC? And if you guessed, He's not generic. Okay. Kind of looks like Hugo a little bit. Miss Banshee, this is? There's something better? What I mean is this person doesn't look like a bodyguard. A Vamelocks can protect me, no? If that's true, why would I bring a bodyguard? This is my companion for the evening. Where the Vamelocks are hosting a banquet with elites from all walks of life in attendance, so he wanted to come and make new friends. If you're not so stingy as to not even allow your guests a +1, are you? Of course not, since you're an important companion of Miss Vivian, you're also my honored guest. Let's be off then. My chauffeur shall take you to the port, and from there we'll take a speedboat to the manor. About an hour later, you arrive at the Ravenlock Manor. With Burton's guidance, you go through numerous security checks before finally arriving at the banquet hall. That's crazy. They don't know.
Miss Banshee, I believe I've shown you my sincerity. Now how about you?
Sincerity? My presence here is a show of sincerity.
If we're to work together, Miss Banshee, you should drop your pretentious act.
I am well aware of the ways of the Ravenlock family. If I were to come empty-handed, I probably wouldn't even be able to make it out the front door tonight. Since I agreed to come with you, and even brought along my most precious companion, does that not show my deepest sincerity?
No need for such an off-color joke. Our door is always open for those coming or going.
We both know what's what, so let's cut the small talk. I know far more about how the Ravenlock family made their fortune than most here. I am also well aware of why Hartman, despite such a massive scandal, still remains in power.
Oh? Do tell.
Exaltists, blessing, sacrifice, Landon. Where would you like me to start?
How did you know that? No, who are you?
Don't be so tense. If I'm not mistaken, it's about time the banquet began. My companion and I are practically famished. Is this how you treat your guests? By letting them starve? Perhaps when we've had our fill, we'll remember where the sacrifice is hidden.
You know where the sacrifice is?
So, can we go get something to eat now? And I'm also looking forward to receiving a special dessert from you. We can discuss what you wish to know while we enjoy dessert.
Of course. I wouldn't let such an important guest discuss matters on an empty stomach. As for dessert, I will prepare it myself, and I guarantee it will satisfy you. I'll come find you later. I wish you a pleasant evening.
Are you talking about sacrifice serum? Believe him seems to be the sigh of belief.
These kinds of people are exhausting to deal with. I really don't know how Hugo used to put up with it.
What do you mean by dessert? You told like no. Did you mean sacrifice serum?
Was there a special meaning to the dessert you mentioned just now? I thought he'd stay for longer, but he left once you said that.
Hugo taught me that bringing up dessert in such situations is a way of telling the other party they need to offer more. Fortunately, that old fox Hartman is terrified of losing power. He's definitely keeping the destruction of the sacrifice and the fact that the sacrifice core is fake hidden from the other family members. Otherwise, Burton wouldn't have been so willing to raise his offer. Lord Phaethon, let's find Hartman's study when the banquet is at its busiest.
Alright, let's stick to the plan.
Alright, I've already taken note of the surrounding terrain. Once more people arrive, we'll enter the garden through the door in the corner of the banquet hall.
Wherever you go, I'll follow, Lord Phaethon.
In accordance with the plan, you head deep into the manor after sneaking out of the banquet hall with Vivian. It doesn't take you long to reach Hartman's study, and with a gentle push, the door actually opened.
Isn't this going a bit too well?
It's almost like it's a trap. Let's contact Lycon.
The security outside of the manor is really strict, but maybe it's more lax on the inside? Just in case, though, let's contact Lycon.
Right. Having some backup would be safer.
A top priority is to investigate Hartman's office.
Let's check Hartman's recent correspondences for clues. I still have concerns about the sacrifice core.
Right. Though the core he gave Dina was fake, Hartman might have left a trick up his sleeve and hid the real one.
Then let's split up.
Let's split up.
And hopefully I don't die. You and Vivian search through Hartman's office for a while, but find nothing. Just then, footsteps suddenly come from outside. In a moment of panic, you hide behind the desk. That's the last place you always want to hide.
Esteemed guests, is the catering at the Ravenlock family banquet not to your satisfaction?
Oh, he has a revolver.
So much so that these two distinguished guests felt the need to come to my humble office to scavenge for food. Don't want to come out? Well, after all, you don't have long left. Burton, that greedy idiot, fell for the mayor's trap. But I never expected that he would bring you into my territory. I suppose I should thank him. Otherwise, I would have had to go to great lengths to eliminate you. Vivian, Phaethon, give Hugo my regards.
Oh.
Tell him I shall be taking the wealth and power of the Ravenlock family for myself.
Howard raises his gun, aiming at the desk, yet there's no gunshot. With a clink of metal, a familiar voice comes. Did Hugo save us? Yep.
How?
Dear uncle, why must we be so distant with one another? You can just tell me what you want to say directly.
Hugo! Impossible! You're...
Uncle, you must know a Ravenlock will never stop until they get what they want. Did you really think I would be defeated so soon? When I have yet to trample you into the dirt.
You filthy bastard! You only know how to resort to these petty tricks!
Petty tricks?
I took a bullet to that guy. I don't think that's a petty trick.
Perhaps you'd like to know what I managed to accomplish using this faked death of mine. My dear uncle.
It's a rewind time. Shortly before.
Faking my own death. Hope it's all worth the theatrics in the end.
No way you and Lycon planned the fake death
to Hartman off my back, but maybe I went a little overboard. The manager must be pretty shaken up. I should apologize at some point.
No, you and Lycon are actually working together, and you two planned a fake death? Just to... Lycon, you allowed him... You guys could at least informed me.
Guess I'll also bring Lycon along. He's my partner in crime, after all.
You two are cool.
You're taking longer to rest than I expected.
Lycon, you think too highly of my physical capabilities. Well, thank you for your cooperation. I must say, if nothing else...
You have a bag of blood.
At least your acting skills have improved. Why do you look so angry? You should be happy. We pulled that off together with flawless teamwork and managed to fool everyone.
Drop your foolish facade.
I'm glad you still remember the code we set all those years ago. And thank you for ensuring your sleight of hand didn't deteriorate. Oh, right. I should also thank the blood bag hidden in my clothes and our other props.
Well, okay, no, I need to... Okay, so first of all, did Lycon use sleight of hand, grabbed the sacrifice core, and gave to Hugo what he hit him, and that blood, that wasn't his blood, you didn't pierce his heart, you just stabbed him? I thought your hand went... Okay, continue.
Do you remember when we last used this trick? It was probably ages ago.
Sometimes I really don't understand you. Have you never thought about what the consequences would be if I didn't understand your code? If I decided against helping you? Or if I just couldn't control my strength properly?
You'd understand it. Of course. If things really did go awry, I had alternative plans. You wouldn't be so arrogant as to think I'd bet everything on you, would you?
You're insane.
Oh, I'm flattered.
That's not what the line said.
So what exactly is the purpose behind all this? Surely after going to such great lengths to erase your own existence, you don't just plan to hide here and reminisce about the past with me. Don't try to brush this off. I've already helped you enact your plan. Tell me the truth.
Don't get your tail in a twist. I have more plans that require your assistance, so naturally I would not hide anything from you. Simply put, as things stand, whether as Hugo Vlad or as Mockingbird, I am doomed to die.
Seems you've made quite a few enemies.
As all people.
As a member of the Ravenlock family, I negotiated with Edmund and managed to obtain resources from Tops for my future plans. I also confirmed what attitude they held toward your master, the Mayflower family. Meanwhile, I used my identity in Mockingbird to strike a deal with Hartman and gather information on their collaboration with the remnants of the Exaltists. That's where I got my intel on what Bringer left. Oh, by the way, the crime declaration letter that your dear mayor received, that was also sent by yours truly. He's probably figured that out by now, right? Though I'm not sure if he told you.
The mayor learned about the sacrifice attacks through his own means, but lacked an opportunity to take action. That warning letter was precisely what he needed.
You aren't hopeless yet. How delightful. In short, I'm more well-informed than your lot because I get around, dealing with all these different important figures. But of course, it comes at a cost. It's only fair. After all, you can't hide the smoke from a wildfire. Rather than trying to carefully tame it and risk setting yourself alight, it's better to let it burn free.
When I helped you put on your little act, killing you in front of everyone, you left the sacrifice core to Hartman. That was intentional too, then?
Oh, yes. And it worked like a charm, didn't it? Now no one cares for me anymore, and all eyes are on Hartman. A perfect situation for keeping the Ravenlock family in check while dealing a cutting blow to the Exaltists behind them. Another crucial point is Vivian and Phaethon. I must sever any ties they have with me or Mockingbird. Although I feel bad for Phaethon about what happened, but it had to be done. That's the only way they would be safe, allowing the plan to continue.
I noticed that you never turned your blade toward Master Proxy. So, those words you said back then were also...
I will bloody my hands. I will carry the weight of my sins. I will become the Abyss. Obviously, it was all an act. My acting has always been impeccable, as you know.
Hugo, you are taking such a tremendous risk. Why?
Would you believe me if I said it's for justice? But unfortunately, it's not. I want revenge on the Ravenlock family. And I will make sure that despicable excuse for a human being, Hartman, suffers a slow, torturous end. Of course, I also promised Vivian that I would help her investigate the whole thing with the Exaltists. That's all.
You don't look too good. Is it your wounds?
No. This is the first problem I plan to resolve. Lycon, do you have a place that is sufficiently discreet, quiet, and can take a lot of damage?
Lycon leads Hugo to a small warehouse in the Port Elpis. Hugo looks pleased with the place. After scanning the woman, he sits down on a chair, pulls up some rope, and ties himself up. Interesting. Also, that's why they said they were hearing weird sounds from the port. It was Hugo, and not that one guy.
What exactly are you doing?
Don't look at me like that. If I didn't have to do this, I wouldn't. Hartman recently obtained a bizarre substance, most likely from those crazy Exaltists. After use, it allows control of the victim's mind. To some extent.
You were dosed with it.
To be more precise, Lycon, I deliberately allowed Hartman to put this drug in my cup to facilitate our previous collaboration.
Hugo fed liquid. After that, every time Hugo and Hartman met up, the latter would always add a small dose of that drug into Hugo's cup and then ask questions in turn to glean information.
After finding out about it, the good news is he gave me a very low dosage. Perhaps because he was afraid I might notice. There's a different medication that can delay its onset, preventing me from actually being under his control. I simply need to put on a show in front of my dear uncle. The bad news is that currently there is no antidote. When I delay those effects, however, they will accumulate and erupt when my body reaches its limit. It may even break my mind. And that's exactly what's happening now. I need to endure those accumulated consequences. So, I will lock myself in this room for however long that takes. I've tied my limbs to prevent me from smashing this place or accidentally hurting myself. Anyway, after you leave, do not open this door, no matter what you hear.
I recommend seeking professional medical assistance.
This is advice I received from a doctor. Or are you saying you don't believe I can make it? So, Icon, come find me here at the scheduled time. All you need to do is smile and await my victory.
What if I want to stop you?
You know you won't succeed. You never have. And you never will. Well, time is short. Let's begin.
I understand. Don't die, you stupid bastard.
After knowing how long, after enduring Suna's endless pain, Hugo finally awakens. The ropes that bound him come undone, though he didn't know when that had happened. Hugo checked himself over. Thankfully, he hadn't injured himself that badly when he was going crazy. After some time, Hugo straightens out his attire and ties himself up, then opens the warehouse door.
Is this because the side effects haven't worn off yet? Lycon's late. I'm surprised. Or is something wrong with time itself? Looks like someone's over there. Might as well go ask.
It's all your fault. Why were you born with those eyes? If it weren't for you, I wouldn't have been in this mess. I have made it. I've endured for so long, all those years of planning. I was so close. He already agreed. You, go and beg him to reconsider for me, okay? Tell him you'd do anything. Tell him to take me back. No, he won't to see you now. You can't go and see him. Mother?
It's all your fault. I wish I had never given birth to you!
The woman's face is distorted with hatred as if the person who is not her child but an enemy who destroyed her future. She blames all her misfortune on the innocent child.
Everything will get better if you just die, right? If you die, he'll come back. We'll have another, more perfect child. One who will inherit the Ravenlock family bloodline. Then I'll be able to escape this pain. So, Hugo, for the sake of Mommy's happiness, just die, okay?
She raises her hand to reveal a pair of scissors, the tip gleaming with chilling light. She thrusts the sharp point towards Hugo's pillar eye. Then she suddenly vanishes as if she had never existed at all.
So, I wasn't awake yet after all.
That's because you don't want to wake up again.
Who are you?
I am you. Hidden deep within your heart. Your most true self. You want to kill her, don't you? Your so-called mother. Every time she beat you without reason, when she tried to gouge out your eyes, when she sold you into that hell, laughing all the while. You wanted to be the one to end her life. Why not admit your hatred? As you are, you can hunt her down and make her pay for the living hell of a childhood she made you suffer.
Yes, I hate her. I hate her because she was foolish and shallow, greedy and stupid. I hate her because she doesn't deserve to be a mother. She did everything she could to try and get into the Ravenlock family, believing she could live a life of luxury without having to do anything and never realizing she was a pawn, discarded from the very beginning. So she chose to blame me. Blame me for my heterochromia. Blame me for my very existence. But I won't kill her, because I know it won't change anything. She was incapable of loving me, just as she is incapable of loving herself.
Have you been brainwashed by that dog? Keeping up the act of being some magnanimous and forgiving fool?
Don't compare us. I've simply come to understand love or hate. I make my own choices, and they have nothing to do with anyone else.
She sold you to the Ravenlock family for a huge sum of money. She used that money to start a new life.
I'll be honest, this Inner Demon's not making any good points.
While she was indulging herself, you were going through hell in the Ravenlock Manor. Does it not torment you? Do you not feel the hatred? Do you not want to demand answers? Kill her. Only by killing her can you be truly free.
For a long time, I thought the same way. But now, well, I want to make a different choice.
Stop lying to yourself. You never had a choice. This weak-minded thinking will only lead you to failure. Like before, you'll be nothing but a worm, trampled into the dirt by those so-called elites. Do you still not get it? This is how the world is, and always has been. Hesitate and you'll be the victim. If you don't grab your knife first, you'll end up being on the other end of the blade. If you want to change anything, you must first become the one who makes the rules. Just like that woman. The only reason she could treat us that way was because we were weak. So listen to me. Find that woman, kill her, and prove to this world your strength. It's what she deserves. Why forgive them? They don't deserve it.
I'm not forgiving them. Or rather, I don't care about them. They don't even matter, at least not yet. You know, perhaps the person I hate the most, the one I truly cannot forgive, has never been someone else, but rather my weak, powerless past self who could do nothing but hide inside a closet and cry. I hate myself for having neither the strength nor the courage to resist. I hate myself for begging for so-called familial love, even after being treated so terribly. I hate that despite the pain of my wounds, I still hope to receive the carrot and not the stick. And that means you, correct? So, I forgive you. I forgive myself.
You'll regret this, fool. Your pretty words mean nothing. You will ultimately return here to me.
After an intense bout of dizziness, Hugo awakens in the dark warehouse. The ropes that bound him have come undone at some point. Hugo takes a deep breath of the damp air that stands there. Hugo strains out his attire, tidies himself up, then opens the warehouse door.
I see. This is still an illusion.
He's still tweaking.
I wonder who's going to show up this time.
Brother! Hugo, let's play hide and seek.
She's not behind the lighthouse.
You're already hiding. You'll find me, right? Like you always do.
Is she up here? 'Cause I really don't want to go all the way down to the pier. Oh, it's telling me where she is. Fine, I'll go all the way over there to the pier. Is she in a wheelchair? Actually, I should go put on my 3D glasses. But this would pop out. That is not a wheelchair, nor a person.
In the wrong place. I found an even better hiding spot this time. Harder to find than any place you showed me.
Was he playing hide and seek with her to teach her how to hide from the parents?
Hey, Hugo. Do you ever wonder why I had to die?
It was because of me.
That's right. It was because of you. It's all your fault. If only you didn't exist, I wouldn't have had to suffer.
Oh,
Still
drop
looking
that
in the
over.
wrong spot. I can't believe you still haven't found me after all this time. Have you forgotten about me?
I haven't forgotten.
I think I was more shook up about this than his mother.
I'll still be nice to you, just
That-
like before.
Again, I guess he did accidentally kill her. And the mother, he didn't have much feelings for.
I was the only one who was ever nice to you, wasn't I?
Yes.
Then tell me, why do good people always suffer?
Why do such
Why
good
is kindness
girls
always punished instead?
fight such bad fights?
Tell me, Hugo, why?
Oh,
Hugo, are you lost? Go back the way you came. I left you a surprise there.
what the... What the... What a cruel bastard, as expected of a disgusting bastard. Lady Serena was so nice to him, yet he How does he still have the nerve to stay in this house? They should have let him in from the start. Filthy, lowly blood. Curses and insults encircle Hugo, piercing his skin like frozen knives. The mockery and rage from a wave that crashes through him, threatening to drown him. Then, as the phosphorus reaches its peak, it goes silent. The air seems to congeal, and the silence deep and oppressive. It is as if it stood still, with only his rapid heartbeat echoing.
I told you that you would eventually return.
We meet again, my friend.
I told you, I am you. The side of you that you've always tried to deny existed.
Of course. I know. This time it's about Serena. Right?
Yes, your half-sister. And the only child in the Ravenlock family who was kind to you. Unfortunately, it was her kindness that led to her untimely death.
It was my fault.
I don't like the way you blame yourself. Because that means I'm to blame as well. And I don't think I did anything wrong. Your mother sold you to the Ravenlocks. And your father, he saw your talent and wanted to use you to push the other children into competing with each other.
My brothers and sisters wanted to get rid of me from the moment they first saw me.
In their eyes, you were no more than a slave. But Serena dared to treat you, a slave, as if you were human. And so, she was fated to die.
They tried to kill me many times, but I was careful, and they did not succeed.
So they killed Serena, who was weaker, an easier target, and pinned everything on you. So they died in your place. Those cruel brats thought that by reporting this to Father, they could use it to get rid of you, a rival who threatened their positions. Yet, not only did Father not blame you for the incident, he praised you for it.
In this world, only the ruthless, cruel, and merciless can stand at the top.
And that's exactly what you managed to live up to, no? You found a perfect opportunity thereafter to catch the ringleader of the group who framed you and almost beat him to death. Oh, you should have seen the expression on your face back then. Oh, crazed and manic with utmost delight.
I don't remember that.
Seeming unsatisfied with his answer, the inner demon transforms into him again.
Here you go again, trying to deny your desires. Deep down inside, you've always wondered, asking yourself why these evil people never got the punishment they deserved. Why the world is so unfair. Don't you want to rip them to shreds? Just like that day when you beat that boy's face into the dirt until he was barely recognizable. His disgusting blood staining your fists. Recall your exhilaration, your cathartic release of rage, that outpour of hatred. That victory belongs to you. You deserve it.
Those brothers and sisters of mine are all dead. I cannot take revenge against the long deceased.
They died by Hartman's hand, dying in the power struggle to become the Ravenlock family's heir, rather than by our scythe.
Boring. I find it hilariously ironic. Children who would murder their own kin for scraps of power dead at the hand of their uncle who followed their example. Is that not karma? Power struggles pitting kin against each other, betrayal, suspicion, and hatred between people of the same blood. It's like a curse written into the Ravenlock family's genes. Laughably stupid.
Don't forget, my dear, that the same blood flows through your veins.
As if it proves to his words that he transforms into Hartman.
That's right, my dear nephew. No matter how much you deny it, the blood of the Ravenlock family flows through your veins. Survival of the fittest. Only the strongest deserve to live. Only the strongest deserve to rule. This is the path of success that has led the Ravenlock family to victory countless times. A blessing and a curse etched into your flesh and blood. As long as you live, you'll never escape the mark of family. You are destined to one day become someone like me, like your father.
Is that fear I sense? I can see you trembling. Why does the Ravenlock bloodline terrify you so?
I won't become like my father. Never.
You won't be like him. Eclipses him, and so does our ambition. So, do not deny your own desires. Do not resist your own ambition. This is the talent you were born with. The best gift fate has ever given you. Admit it. Deep within your heart lies a spark, yearning to ignite a raging inferno that will burn everything down. And I am that spark.
After the intense battle of dizziness, Hugo awakens in the dark warehouse. The ropes bound him have come undone at some point. Hugo takes a deep breath of the damp air that stands him. He was transferred his tie and ties himself up, then he opens up the warehouse door.
Lycon. Never thought I'd be this genuinely thankful to see you.
You are still tweaking, Hugo.
Seeing you means this never-ending nightmare is finally over, right?
He's not going to acknowledge that. Why did you break our oath? Why did you use me? My eye and these legs, they were all your fault. You know, you're exactly like your father.
I don't want to hear something like that from you. You have no idea what that man, my father, is really like.
A person who stops at nothing for their own interests and ambitions. Just like what you're doing right now.
And what do you think I'm doing this for?
All of this was part of your plan. You knew where the Ravenlock family was going to be, so you set Mockingbird's target there. To seek revenge, you plotted to assassinate your own father, but he was too vigilant, and you failed. After almost being assassinated, your father was furious and locked everyone in the hall, but was unable to find the assassin.
And what a coincidence that a hollow disaster just occurred in the vicinity. So he used it to eliminate all the unfamiliar faces there, turning them into victims of the hollow, an easy feat for the Ravenlock family. So, the one who killed innocents was my father, not me.
You knew what choice an extremist like him would make, and you used the chaos to once again attempt an assassination. This time you succeeded. You killed your own father at the cost of innocent lives. Admit it, Hugo. You don't care about anyone else. The only thing you care about is your revenge. How is that any different from your father?
Enough. I'm tired. I may hate him for betraying me, but he wouldn't say something like that.
What?
You aren't Lycon. You're the other me, hidden deep within my heart.
He takes a deep breath and slowly opens his eyes. Lycon is gone, and in his place is that familiar figure. Without a doubt, he is still within an illusion.
I've been waiting for you, my dear.
It seems you've already grown accustomed to this place, even turning the tables on me.
Just as you said, you are me, and I am you. There's no such thing as having an advantage over oneself. We are ultimately one and the same, forever inseparable.
Then you should know what I want to say. When you and Lycon split, you didn't even try to clear up the misunderstanding, didn't deny or argue against what he said.
He has a point.
Because you realized that deep down, he was right.
And you lost the plot.
You just hadn't acted on it yet. Some people live only to bring more suffering into this world. Sometimes, murder is what brings justice back into this world.
For that, I must stain these hands in blood.
That's right. Just like what you said before you faked your death. Were those words really just an act? To slay the dragon, you must first become one with sharp claws, winding fangs, and strength enough to destroy anything. You know the truth better than anyone. If you hadn't hesitated and instead seized the first opportunity to kill your father, none of what followed would have happened. Innocent civilians wouldn't have died. Your partner wouldn't have lost an eye and both legs trying to save people. And Mockingbird would have never gotten to that point. You can save more people. Save good people. Save more lives than the evil ones you take.
I've spent countless hours in regret over that incident.
So why not submit to your true nature? You want to be the judge, jury, and executioner of this world. And you can.
I wasn't responsible for Father's death. The true mastermind is my uncle, Hartman. His schemes to kill the head of the family were all so he could take control. Mockingbird was simply unlucky enough to get caught up in it. So, for a behemoth like the Ravenlock family, with its roots so deep, a single person's death, regardless of who that person is, wouldn't change anything. Of course, whether it's Tops, the Mayflower family, or even the entire world, it's actually all the same. I refuse to be dragged down by pointless hatred any longer.
You foolish, stubborn idiot. Do you understand the power of hatred? Have we not come this far precisely because of it? Or are you going to follow Lycon and Jack's twisted logic? Come on. You don't actually trust anyone? Otherwise, why would you hide this whole scheme of faking your death from them? You've built an impenetrable wall around your heart, keeping everyone out. Of course you are right to do so. No one in this world can be trusted. Always. All you'll receive is hatred from your own blood and no love. Suspicion from your companions, and betrayal that comes all too easily. You stay silent and long for them to notice your suffering. You yearn for your companions' understanding and trust. Idiot. That's why you are incapable of exploiting them for your own ends. You care about their safety even more than your own. But remember, only the weak need companions. And we are children born from hatred. We are different from them. I will never be like them. And I don't need to be. Come. Let me show you what powers we can wield.
But you are me. And I'll never lose to myself.
Are we playing as Hugo fighting the Hugo boss fight? You lost your hat. Hey, he took your hat. Am I actually playing? Oh, we're actually playing as Hugo doing the Hugo. Okay, when the extra attack ultimate hits a stun and the totalize effect is triggered. This effect increases the skill damage multiplier based on the enemy's remaining stun duration. At the moment, after being totalized, the enemy will immediately recover from stun, and a certain amount of days will be inflicted based on the remaining stun duration. So as soon as I break them, do I want to use my alt or triangle? Yeah, it looks like that. Okay.
Think about all the injustice you suffered. If you choose to forgive, you're betraying yourself.
Oh, that's a sad attack.
Letting you consume me would be the real betrayal to myself.
Trying to run, are we?
I don't know if I can take the damage. You know what? Here, hit me. Oh, most definitely I am taking damage. Okay, I was just doing a dodge dog. I see. Oh, there's just a charge attack square. Totally me. I can't just spam 20 bullet. Not spam. Okay. tortellini. Oh, regular tortellini. Alright. Dodge one. And I messed with the dodge. It's got it broken again. I'll make him again, I guess, for my ult. But I want to finish him off with ult. That's too much to ask for, right? I'll do the funny dodge. Messed it up, okay. He should be broken still, right?
Out of my way! Beg for mercy! Are you trying to kill me? You think you can just get rid of me?
That seems what he's doing.
Without me, you are nothing.
For what it's worth, thank you. Don't be afraid. You and I are inseparable. You're part of me, just as I am part of you.
They designed this whole area and we're only going to the ones.
Change anything.
No. It's not just platitudes. I finally understand now. Some pain only fades when it's seen. When it's accepted. So I won't fight you anymore. I won't hate myself anymore. Weakness, hatred, malice, strength, forgiveness, justice.
Wow. He's behind me, isn't he? Finally, it's time to meet up with the Lycon. Ooh, right, cutscene.
Hugo, it's time.
Told you not to open it.
Hugo. Hugo, you...
Did I scare you? I made it through. I won. No praise from me, my dearest partner.
Yep.
This is just like what I saw in my dream.
The dream I would call a nightmare or a fever dream.
I guess that...
Oh.
Ah, my former partner. You're still as punctual as ever.
Are you sure you're fully recovered?
How about we fight? And I'll show you how recovered I am.
I refuse to fight someone who is in need of medical attention.
I can fall silent for a moment and eventually hands over a coin note. Looking at the packaging, it's not a coin but a familiar chocolate.
How thoughtful. I'm touched. Or perhaps is this simply part of Victoria Housekeeping's professional care?
I'd rather you not starve to death.
Hugo takes the coin. After a moment of silence, he eventually eats it.
Not to your liking. I'm fairly certain this is the same kind as before.
No. I've just gone too long without food. It feels a bit uncomfortable. Either way, thank you.
Now tell me, what exactly happened in the warehouse?
Just going a bit crazy from... you know what? Were you expecting anything else? But... I did have a very long dream. A dream about many things from the past. If I had to put it into words, it would be like giving myself psychological therapy. You seem like you could benefit from some too. How about it? Want to book a session with me? Trust me, I'm a pro.
Seems you really have recovered.
Well, of course. I'm feeling pretty great right now. Like I could argue with you all day on every petty detail of who exactly was in the wrong back then.
I wanted to ask, what you said about Mockingbird before, when you faked your death, was that part of the act?
Oh, you mean the part about how Mockingbird has never really changed anything or saved anyone. I didn't expect you to still be so hung up on this. Interesting. After all, it was you who chose to betray Mockingbird. To betray me.
Just as I said before, I never considered Mockingbird a failure. Perhaps Mockingbird deviated from its origins, but it has its value. You shouldn't reject the things you've done. Or Mockingbird.
I have contemplated this before. Yes. Mockingbird has helped some people and has genuinely managed to cause trouble. For those who abuse their positions of power for evil. Yet those in high positions still possess immense resources, and the people we helped remain destitute and suffering, willing to become slaves to those in power for scraps. But just as you said, even if what we did was childishly idealistic and flawed, as little as we actually achieved, even the slightest change is by no means meaningless. Nothing holds more value to me than Mockingbird.
Hugo stares out at the ocean. A gently breeze lifts his golden locks. The sunlight glances off both his eyes.
All right, let's catch up later. I still have things to do and need to wrap up my plan.
I thought you would rest up first.
As much as I would prefer that. My dear uncle and the Exaltus fanatics likely would not give me such an opportunity. If all has gone to plan, the fish will have taken the bait already. And if everything goes very well, I'll soon have solid evidence of the Ravenlock family's crimes. Well then, thank you for your assistance, former partner. Let's part ways here.
I'll go with you.
Lycon, surely you don't think that because I just recovered, I'm too weak to deal with those useless fools.
Hartman's actions will disturb the safety of New Eridu. As I serve the mayor, I should intervene.
Very well, whatever. Let's go. And don't slow me down.
Before that, don't you have something to tell me? What do you mean? Don't play coy with me. I know you're not spilling your whole plan. So you kick things off approaching Edmund from the top's big shots. How did you manage to sweet talk him? I'm a bit of an illegitimate child, but I still have that Ravenlock family blood running through my veins. Funny enough, the Lord Edmund thinks direct lineage is way more noble than side branch juicy entail to swap those secret high rollers with those Mockingbird secrets, so I can't lie any outsiders on it. Was the sacrifice core from the mayor's lab your handiwork too? You could say that. The security, there's no joke, so I had to leverage topics for some extra intel after all. As you know, they've got plenty of moles planted next to your mayor. And it was you who threw the sacrifice core up for auction to lure the Exodus. You knew they'd all be over it. Yep, I embedded the sacrifice core right into the row of heroes. That actually matched pretty nicely, don't you think? Classic. I heard that after the auction, they found a stash of counterfeit Denny's. Feel free to take a wild guess, but honestly, I think those Denny's would rather be out in the wild than sitting in the hoity-toity accounts. Then you found Hartman and talked him into a partnership, getting your hands onto more intel on the sacrifice of the Exaltus. After that, you shot the crime warning letter to the mayor, giving the city a legitimate reason to spring into action. Yep, That was spot on. Look at you, a real genius over here. In the end, you faked your own death to pull yourself out of the mess, and you used the whole show to redirect everyone's attention to Hartman and the Ravenlocks, keeping the Exaltus on their toes. Hold on a second. If that's all there is, why did you let Hartman slip you the drug? I mean, you have to. You had a way to dodge that kind of thing. Lycon, I got something I've been keeping under the wraps. I actually teamed up with your beloved man. What? When it comes to stopping the Exalters, the man and I are on the same wavelength, so we can totally collaborate. What you should be wondering is why he didn't clue in on this. The man must have had his own reasons. If you convince yourself on that, more power to you. Just know, if you ever want to swing back to Mockingbird, you can come beg me. I'll make sure to turn you down gracefully. Alright, chit-chat. Enough chit-chat, we got bigger things to deal with. Oh, we're back at the manor? Oh, we're playing in the manor.
I'm sure you've heard about the missing workers from companies under the Ravenlock family, too.
Looks like we're in the team
Those
back
are
together.
Ravenlock's men. The workers with them are the victims who were tricked into going into the Hollow.
Interesting, and he does swap and also takes the break effect off.
Of here. As you wish.
Scared workers, you untie the workers. Thank goodness someone's here to save us. Thank you. You're welcome. So could you tell us what those Ravenlocks did to you before they ran off? They're a bunch of lies. They tricked us into the Hollow. They said they had a job with high pay for us, but they kept avoiding the topic after we got here. Something didn't seem right, so I wanted to leave. But then they showed... Oh, hold on. One second, I gotta go do something real quick. I am back. Had to go help my mom with groceries. Hey, but they didn't make you take anything from weird medicine though. Medicine, no. Well, it wasn't just us they checked. Another group went that way. I see. Here, take this kit. There's an exit nearby. You should be able to get out of here as soon as possible. I can't thank you enough. Let's go, Hugo. We must save the rest of them. You sure are eager.
Bunch of nobodies. Twin as hell. Kill them!
Yep. You're welcome to try.
I know Lycon is against killing, but are we technically killing these guys or are we just knocking them out? Oh, here we so have a concussion blast. Maybe the follow-up attack doesn't do the macro.
More workers here. And quite a lot of them.
You untie the workers. Who are you? Your saviors. Thank you, thank you. I had a bad feeling about the group from the start. I should have known instead of my gut instinct. Does Vanillux do anything to you? Do anything? Well, we weren't doing as we were told, so they tied us up. Nothing else good. Alright, there's another batch of workers up ahead of us. They should be on the roof. Don't worry, I handle it. You should go get out of here as soon as you can. Let's continue.
Is Hartman behind this, too?
Of course. He threw them into the hollow like offerings for the Exaltists.
I'm trying to avoid talking whenever this happens.
There. Let's hurry.
It's different this time. Don't rush in. Let's listen in on what they're saying first. I still need more direct evidence to ensure the plan is absolutely foolproof.
The compensation you promised. It's all real, right? All we have to do is follow you into the hollow for some simple tasks, and you'll give us a huge sum of dennies. Sounds real suspicious.
Shut your trap. You keep yapping and asking questions. If this is all so suspicious, why were you so eager to sign up for it?
Because I don't have a choice. My daughter was previously caught in the hollow disaster and suffered severe corruption. The treatment costs have completely drained our family's savings. So that's why...
It's the same for me. A serious illness at a senior age. I need the money.
Who would risk taking a job like this unless they were desperate? I'll do it. No matter how suspicious. As long as I can get paid, I'll do anything. Even risk my life.
It is crazy how powerful money is.
You people from the Ravenlock family, you're part of a big company in Tops. You wouldn't go back on your word, right?
Don't worry, you'll get every denny you were promised. But before we start, you all need to take this medicine first.
A fierce man pulls out a bunch of white pills and gives one to each of the workers. Another Ravenlock family member seems a bit doubtful and leans into a whisper.
Bro, should we really be doing this already?
These workers keep talking. We're wasting time like this. And the sooner they take it, the sooner it'll be over. Consider it an early release for them.
What? You didn't say anything about having to take pills before? Look, this is good stuff, alright? It'll increase your ether aptitude. There's tons of people who'd kill for something like this.
Exactly! You'll be working in the hollow for several hours. This is essential medication. You have to take it before we continue. If you refuse, then you can forget about the job. Of course, you won't receive the compensation either.
Lycon, what are you doing?
Rescuing
will
those
they
workers,
die?
of course. There's clearly something off about those pills. We can't let them take them.
Now is not the right time. As I said, we need more evidence to ensure the plan works.
And as I said many years ago, you can't exploit innocence to achieve your goal.
So that's how you
want me to think, then explain everything to me.
All right. It's a little complicated, but simply put, these workers will be fine. Of course, it's your choice to trust me or not. But if you try to rush in, I will stop you.
I trust you.
Meanwhile, the workers have also made their decision, except for the talkative worker. Most of them have already swallowed the pills. That's when the arrogant Ravenlock family member finally reveals the true nature, saying, "You think I would let you run?" Hugo lets out a sigh of relief.
All right. That's the evidence. Now we can go and beat them into the ground as much as you want.
Don't forget, you owe me an explanation. Also, don't overdo it and kill them, even if they're the worst of the Ravenlock family.
All right, Your Holiness, Saint Lycon.
Who the hell are you?
Okay, Lycon just flushed and started beating him up.
Why don't you take a guess?
We're the ones
Tortellini.
here to stop you.
Okay, let's just totalize it. I did Tortellini lines.
Can't remember the last. Your legs?
Crazy combos.
How are they feeling?
I'm fine.
To be honest, I think I prefer the way you used to fight.
The end is nigh.
You had a...
Damn. The two defeat the Ravenlock family members.
God damn it! Who the hell are you? How dare you mess with the Ravenlock family?
Ravenlock. Savor the name while it cease to exist.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means exactly what I said. I think this might be good for you. Sever your ties while you can. You still have a chance to walk your own path.
The family's honor comes above all else.
Is that really what you think? I saw the compassion on your face just now. You're not from the main family, right? That's why you were assigned to these trivial tasks. But in reality, there's no need for you to keep playing this boring game for them.
I don't have a choice. From the moment I was born into the Ravenlock family,
You always have a choice, if you're willing to act. All right, let's end the small talk here.
Hugo delivers a swift chop to the back of their necks, and they
Don't
they
worry,
fall.
Lycon. I didn't hit them too hard, just enough to keep them quiet.
How's that? My acting's pretty good, right?
As always, a certain someone should take some lessons from you. I'll leave the rest to you then.
They were all paid actors.
Okie
The okie dokie. The workers carry the Ravenlock families away. Now only Lycon and Hugo remain.
Okay, now can you tell me exactly what's going on here?
As you can see, that worker just now was actually an informant of mine. The pills were swapped out with vitamin tablets. Outside of this batch, some workers have already taken the actual substance Hartman has. But rest assured, the antidote for it is already in development. I found the best in the field to help, and with the data I collected before, we should have results soon.
I wanted to ask. The reason you decided to lock yourself in a room and endure the effects of the drug, besides getting evidence, it was also to collect data on this drug in order to create an antidote, correct?
It seems you're not completely beyond hope.
I thought you were just being stubborn.
Sometimes I wonder if you know me at all.
Then, I have one last question. Why did you never tell me any of this back then?
I heard everything. That entire conversation between you and Jack. Before he passed away in that small attic. When Jack called you aside and gave you those warnings.
When he told me you might go down the wrong path?
That's right.
You never said anything.
What would I even do? Scream and rage over your suspicions, or get on my knees and beg for you to trust me? You know there's no way I'd allow myself to do such a thing. Besides, back then, even I was confused about myself.
Jack,
It's all in the past. You don't need to explain anything to me. Enough. We should get going. If we're
Yeah,
going
down
to
with the
reminisce
Ravenlock
over the
family.
past, we should find a more suitable location.
After leaving the Hollow, the two arrive at the place with necessary
Michael.
scenery.
That incident back then. I didn't do it. It was a scheme Hartman devised to take over the family. It was Hartman. I only discovered the truth long after the fact. I did indeed attack my father, and I thought he was dead. But he wasn't. I couldn't kill him. And even before that, if I hadn't hesitated, none of what followed would have happened. Even now, I still think they deserve death. But I no longer care to personally deliver that fate. They're beneath me. And I have more important things to do. I know we may never agree on that point, Lycon. I once wanted to fight against those ugly truths that defined me, but I discovered that the more I rejected them, the more painful it became. So, I could only accept that crazed, hateful, and malicious side of myself. As long as I know I will never become like my father, like Hartman, that is enough for me.
You've changed. But I think that might be a good thing.
Don't patronize me. You've changed a lot too, compared to before. I still disagree with Jack's words, and I won't forgive your betrayal. I will walk the path I believe is right, even if I must tread over thorns and through the mud. But I will also allow you to walk your own path, Lycon.
That's good that they made
Should
up.
I say thank you?
To think of it, we haven't talked about your legs and eye.
It was just an accident, not your fault. I'm doing well now. I hope you are too. On the contrary, perhaps I should be the one apologizing. I misjudged you. I used to think you wanted power, that everything you did was for your own ambitions. I thought you wanted the power to pass judgment on all in this world like a god.
I am a god. I am my own god. Or you could say that in this world, everyone is their own god. There are many things that we are powerless to change. But there are also many choices we can make. Just as I said before, I am the only one who can kill me or save me.
I'm glad you think that way.
Let's go. I still have one last thing to do. To witness the end of Ravenlock.
We're getting to the finale, chat. As Hugo recounts the process of gathering evidence, Hartman, unable to listen any longer, slams the table in anger.
You really think you can take my place if I die? Never, you filthy bastard!
You still don't get it, do you?
Ooh, evidence?
Right on cue. Why don't you take a look at this, Uncle?
Are you crazy? What the hell do you get out of ruining the Ravenlocks? You want to be a petty thief forever?
I'm the master con artist who can fool anyone, anytime. I have friends who'd catch me if I fall, partners who'd shed tears for me, and allies who always have my back. I am Hugo Vlad.
You ungrateful bastard! You should have never been born.
Nice little thing there. You leave the Ravenlock Manor of Hugo's speedboat. After reaching Port Elvis, you and all wait for Lycon to arrive.
You've done well, Vivian.
You had better give me an explanation.
And here I thought this would be a touching reunion. What's with all the anger?
Hugo, I'm a member of Mockingbird too, and I mourned your death.
Listen, Vivian. I don't want you or the people you cherish to get caught up in danger because of me. I've always been selfish, so I don't hesitate to use you all as variables in my plans. But it is because I am selfish that I also don't want my failures to affect my treasured companions. In any case, if you were in the same position, would you not make the same decisions? Lycon's taking care of everything outside. We should go. Also, Wise, thank you. And I'm sorry for the whole act where I threatened you. It was the only way for Hartman to drop his guard against you, and Hugo Vlad am forever indebted to you.
With Lycon's assistance, you successfully leave the Ravenlock family manor and return to the video store.
Master Proxy, although it is late, there is some important intel that I must give you now.
So you knew about everything.
Did you know about Hugo's plan to fake his death and everything that's been happening, Lycon?
I was simply playing along. After all, I could not determine whether Hugo's plan would pose a threat to you. You are a student of the mayor's late friend, and I am obligated to protect you.
You still have that habit of finding awkward excuses when you're embarrassed.
Mr. Hugo Vlad, if you have any important intelligence to share, please do so with haste. I need to return to rest before midnight.
You guys are really close.
You two sure are, close.
For the sake of a certain old fossil's sleep schedule, I'll keep it brief. I learned from Camille that Dina intends to embed the sacrifice core into the sacrifice. Apparently, it will make the sacrifice much stronger. Sacrifices created this way will not retain their minds and will indiscriminately attack all living beings, including their creator. So the Exaltists don't do this. It would bring them no benefit. But Dina's concoction can control people's minds. If a person takes the pill and is injected with the serum Landon left behind, the sacrifice would be under its creator's control. Although the dormant sacrifice has been destroyed, Dina found a batch of that serum her father created and wants to create new sacrifices.
I have no idea where the real core is.
Putting aside the sacrifice for now, Hartman's sacrifice core is fake. We don't know where the real one disappeared to.
The real core has always been here.
What you mean?
Here? In Lord Bathan's video
You
store?
planted it
Vivian,
in my store?
Do you remember when I suggested you give that collectible to our
Oh
dear
my
Proxy?
god, it was the necklace?
I remember. But that was just an ordinary pendant. And I've met the person who submitted it. She has absolutely no connection to the Exaltists.
How about our dear Proxy take out that pendant so we can take a look?
After filling the pendant sent by Vivian, Hugo takes a presses hidden collapse. The pendant clicks open in the middle. There's a sacrifice core. I had this on me the whole time. What if I got hit and the thing opened up and
I'll
it went?
take your surprised expressions as a compliment for my little trick. I will hand
saying
over
like
this
that.
core to the mayor as agreed. Since he fulfilled his promise to protect Vivian and the manager while I was pretending to be dead, I won't go back on my promises.
No wonder the mayor would promote rhetoric favorable to Mockingbird. I can't believe I thought he was actually being sincere.
We don't need to worry about the sacrifice core
Since
now.
we have the sacrifice core, all we have to do now is stop Dina from using innocent people to make more sacrifices.
Yes. And we need to destroy the last batch of Landon's serum.
Hopefully with no options left, Dina will give up her obsession.
All right. That's the important stuff. I'm going to go and confirm where Landon's serum's been stashed. I'll contact you again once I have something.
What's wrong, Lycon? What, you in a rush to get back and rest? You act like you're gonna turn into a werewolf after midnight or something. How are you feeling now? Relax, I'm not kicking the bucket just yet. But you look a bit more run down than before. Just getting over something nasty, that's all. Risking your neck like that wasn't exactly smart. Maybe you should have. Lycon, remember what I said back when I faked my death? For permanent absolute victory, you must endure the pain of cutting away vital flesh and preserve through the darkest hour before dawn. Not wrong, sure, but it wasn't arrogant enough. Instead of playing God and picking who lives and who dies, I'd rather just do what I can do, because at the end of the day, a person can only shape their own destiny, nothing more. You've really come a long way. Well, I appreciate the compliment. Hugo, you got a lot of explaining to do, no more secrets. I will. I'll lay it all out, I promise. After a little chat, Lycon, Hugo, and Vivian say their goodbye and take off. Back in your room, you drift off into a deep sleep. Why, as Hugo sent a message earlier, there's a new progress in the sacrifice situation. They found a large batch of unused sacrifice serum. He wants us to be the guide. He wants Vivian and Lycon be heading into the Hollow with us to destroy the serum. I would use the HGG system this time to head into the Hollow with you. When you're ready, just give me a shout, Wise. Remember to bring Eos with you. I'm ready. Alright, this is the final one. We're in the grand finale. I am. Dear managers, you're here. Having two Lord Phaethons leading the way for me must be the luckiest person alive. We've been counting on you two as, according to my intel, this is quite the largest batch of serum. My guess is Deanna wouldn't put all the serum in one place, so we need to split up. Just be safe, we're counting on both of you to guide us. Once you're both ready, let's head into the Hollow. Let's go. Who's leading who? How are we splitting up? Ooh, Vivian? And who else is here? Is it just Vivian?
Landon's stash should be somewhere nearby.
I thought it was split. Okay.
I did some digging. Some of the missing workers were brought here too. Dina's getting ready to make her move.
Yep. You go glad.
Oh my.
They're trying to destroy the goods. Stop them!
He gone. We need to take care of the guards first.
I'm part of Mockingbird too.
Say no more.
I think there's a new weekly boss.
Don't touch me.
You're not taking
There's
anything
a new
from
regular
me.
boss.
Yep.
Hugo, get the guards first.
Oh, we didn't ravioli him. Get our stacks ready for the next fight.
You just stepped into your own graves.
Then ravioli.
The truth is a beloved fairy tale. The end is
No, totally needs them. Oh, it's totally needs.
I'll write the ending to your nightmare.
Totally
Fine, if you insist.
More of Landon's serum survives than expected. they're still here, it means Dina hasn't executed the final step of her plan.
There's likely a lot more stashed around here, and we have yet to locate the missing people. Our actions here won't go unnoticed. Perhaps they're making plans to deal with us on their side.
With Landon and Dina's concoctions combined, she may be capable of creating a sacrifice that obeys her. If it comes to that, this will get far more troublesome.
How
about we splitting
up?
Hugo and Lycon will destroy what remains of the substance around here, and Vivian and I will go search elsewhere.
Very well. Let's go with your plan, but her people. According to Camille, she's absolutely obsessed with completing her father's dying wish. Who knows what she may try. Let's part ways here for now. And perhaps the other manager could use EOS to guide us.
Yes.
Sure. I've been feeling way better these past few days, so just leave it to me.
It's only now that I realize how fortunate we are to have two Lord Faithins.
Yeah, but I feel like our work's doubled. In the past, Wise and I would only ever work on the same route.
Greater power means more responsibility. And in any case, I'm sure the mayor compensation. He's a very generous person after all. Right, Lyle?
Yeah, double the pay.
I will request additional compensation from the mayor.
It's not about compensation. It's just... I'm still not used to us being separated in the Hollow. So I'm worried about Wise's safety.
I'm worried about my safety
no
too.
doubt in your abilities. I just haven't gotten used to it yet.
As they talk, Vivian stands behind them, suddenly sheds a tear as she gazes at them. At one of them, she turns away quickly, approaching the area where Landon's serum is stored. So who's going to die? Vivian recalls the tears she shed when looking at Phaethon and the destiny she saw them.
This is the future I saw. Lord Phaethon.
Are we gonna become a sacrifice? Vivian closes her eyes as if making a decision. As if, oh,
I'm sorry.
That was way too fast.
I will make sure the future I saw does not come to pass. I don't want to bring you misfortune. That's all I wish for. Don't touch me.
And now I'm only playing as Vivian.
Leave this to me, Lord Phaethon.
I feel like that's the only way that's gonna happen. We had black wings in the vision. Yo, stop attacking me. I'm trying to theorize here. So, it's either A, the Void Hunter lady from earlier is going to help us and is going to give us the wings while we're falling, or we're gonna become a sacrifice. And if we become a sacrifice, I don't know what we're gonna do. But, like, black wings falling. That's the only option, right?
Lord
The
Phaethon,
one lady saves us.
There might be more serum here.
Aye, Vivian.
Don't touch me.
How dare you steal from Lady Dina?
I do not care about Lady Dina. Either I'm going to die or I'm going to become a sacrifice.
Try to go easy on you.
Because I really doubt I'm going to come out of here unscathed. Foreshadowing's a narrative device. Stop drugging me. Get me, Pop. We don't want the money anymore. Please just let us go. I don't think I'm going to make it. Just end my pain, please. We're here to save you. Are there any other captives? They were, but they... Uh-oh. What happened to my internet? Hold on. Technical difficulties. Why? What happened to the internet? That is not good. I'm going to end broadcast and try to start a new one.